All right, welcome into the Chase and Big Joe show, right on 102.5 The Game. Thank you, Jake Lyman, for setting us up. We'll set the show up for DVD coming away at 3 o'clock today. Chase McCabe is out today. Chase is a big conference in town on LinkedIn on cloud storage. They've come to town, and so Chase is one of the top speakers today, speaking at noon. We're trying to take that live, but we have some problems hooking into the system downtown. On their end.
Yeah, exactly.
On their end, not us. So because of that, Dr. Crane's going to sit in for Chase today. But, I mean, he is making a name for himself in the LinkedIn cloud storage world.
And you know what? They wanted to start 2026 with not Joe Schmo down the street, Chase McCabe.
Yeah.
They want that guy to lead the pack when it comes to LinkedIn.
Have you tried to get an endorsement on LinkedIn for cloud storage and architecture? It's almost impossible. And yet Chase is one of the leading people in the country.
Incredible.
It's nuts, man. How we doing, pal?
Great. I think we're doing fantastic. As far as I know, my heart's pumping some blood. I'm here sitting in a chair, and maybe I have a shin splint in my right leg, but that's not.
Now, how would you get a shin splint?
From exercising a little too much.
Like, what are you doing? You running a marathon? We're doing the 5K.
I've been training for it.
I talked to Kim Burton today. And she's going to help us out for the Music City Marathon Rock and Roll Run, whatever. Now, there's an exact title for that, but I'm pretty much an idiot, so I just know it's the marathon in April.
Give me 2 pairs of laces and shoes, and we're good to go.
Oh, I thought you almost said leggings. But
Yeah.
you, Chase, and myself are doing the 5K.
Yep.
And we're going to see who's in shape come late April.
5K,
and everybody can join us, too.
It's what, 3 miles?
3.1, pal.
3.1?
What are you smirking for?
I'm smirking because I train that every day. Like, you wake up and you walk 3
Tough
miles.
guy alert. Big man.
I'm not.
Big man.
Oh, here we go with the big man.
Big man.
No, I just think it's something that can be easily done. This is something you could check off a list pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, we got 3.5 months, and we're getting there, right?
Yeah.
But we're all not, Mr. Wonderful America like you are.
It's not about physical. It's all mental, man. It
It
really
is,
is.
right?
It really
You
is.
came the other day and you said, I'm not feeling good. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. You're
Exactly.
Like, you're right.
Because I don't want
I got you.
Yeah. I didn't want to talk
Mental
to anybody,
toughness, man.
You know?
You got to be that way. Yesterday off the show at, 2 minutes when we got off the air, John Harbaugh was let go from the Ravens. Now, was he let go or is it mutual? Because they said they relieved him.
Well, there was a statement he put out, and I have to go find it real quick, but it was kind of along the lines of, paraphrasing it, along the lines of, I wanted my last day to be something different than this. So it sounds like he was out the door, not his decision.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'll find the quote for you real quick.
Can I be a party pooper off the top of the show?
Yeah.
He ain't coming here. He's not coming here, right? With the jobs that are open, he's not coming to Nashville.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
TV for a year?
Maybe.
Okay.
You look at all the greats that have, passed by him. I mean, don't include Andy Reid in this because he went from the Eagles to, the Chiefs. But, I mean, you've had what? Belichick did TV for a year before he went to North Carolina.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of another one. There are 2, 3 that I looked up this morning. I don't know why it's brains escaping me with this. But,
well, McCarthy went straight from the Packers to the Cowboys.
Right, but now after the Cowboys, what's he doing? Taking a year off. Mike Vrabel, there we go. Took a year off.
Vrabel.
Didn't do TV, but he probably made a few cameo appearances.
He was in the Browns' office. They had a chance to grab him. They didn't do it.
Yep. So there have been, a handful of coaches here and there that said, you know what? I'm going to just take a step back.
Well, that was the rumor where Sean McVay was going to, after last year, was going to TV, and he came back for another. Once a coach, always a coach, man.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did that little short stint with Amazon Prime, too, McVay.
Oh, that's right.
And they're like, oh, he's the next best thing with us.
I like him a lot.
Well, he's got photographic memory. So
can we do this real quick? We read it on our board today
Sure.
that agents lying. We one of the so John Harbaugh being let go by the Ravens means there are 7 jobs open, right? So John Harbaugh's agent, I guess, calls Schefter or Tech, whatever, and says, within 45 minutes of John being let go by Baltimore, 7 teams have reached out to him. And I was like, it'd be a good fit for Harbaugh? Baltimore. He'd do good there. Why are we lying?
I don't know if it's technically lying if there's a team out there that might have a coach they have in their hands right now, but they don't.
It was the 7 openings, not the potential opening down the road. Why is your guy lying?
Yeah, that is.
It's like something I'd put out there. Yeah, they're talking to me left and right. You got any phone calls? No. Don't look at my phone. There's nothing on there. I mean, that made me laugh. Am I wrong about this?
No, I think you're spot on. I mean, look, if I'm an agent, I'd probably say the same thing. I really would. I'd say the same thing because guess what?
That's his job.
That's his job. And there's more money to be had on the table if you mentioned there's 7 instead of 6.
Yeah. Am I wrong? Harbaugh's not coming here, right? Why would you come here? With what's out there, where would you go?
There's a thought to me. There's a small hope if you're a Titans fan. Say the Titans were to hire Matt Nagy, right?
Okay.
Say things don't go well with Matt Nagy like they did in Chicago.
I can't do another coaching search.
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
Harbaugh takes a year off like we talked about at the start of the segment, and maybe that's the chance Nashville, especially the Titans, pounce on a guy like John Harbaugh.
So Nagy's gone after a year. I can't do this. I can't.
I'm just
can't do a coaching search again.
Putting it out in the ether because if that is the case, guess whose contract is up at the end of the 2027 season? And maybe, just maybe, Titans fans would love this. Derrick Henry's out of there in 2027 because he signed an extension in 2025. Right.
Have this known, though, that the Tennessee Titans got Derrick Henry closer to a Super Bowl than John Harbaugh did.
It's true.
So if I'm John Harbaugh, there's one job I'm taking.
That is?
The Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh.
You have the number 1 pick. You get to talk to Tom Brady. You tell Mark Davis to stay away, and you get the number 1 pick.
I'm completely on the opposite spectrum with this. Last night, there was a Twitter thread that I was a part of that I had no clue because I fell asleep at 8 o'clock.
Because you're 78.
I fell asleep with house slippers on. I've never worn house slippers in my life.
All right. Can you flag this, Brando? Don't mind doing
I'm
this?
just saying, I've never worn house slippers in my life.
What are we doing over there? Right?
Exactly. What am I doing over
8
there?
o'clock? All right. So you don't think the Raiders are good fit for him?
Let me finish.
Look, and I'm not a big Raiders fan, but now you got Harbaugh on the number 1 pick.
I'm hooked on the Raiders. And last night, Parker Kelly had a little Twitter thread between you and Connor and so forth. I think if Cliff Kingsbury lands with the head coaching job, it's Las Vegas. Because look what he's done with a lot of these young quarterbacks that he's coached at Texas Tech or in the NFL. Kyler Murray.
Terrible.
Baker Mayfield.
Better.
Patrick Mahomes.
Did he work at Mahomes?
Texas Tech.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So you think of those 3 off the top of my head. Imagine doing that with the number 1 overall pick in Fernando Mendoza.
But I don't want you as head coach. You come as OC. Your job is to work with him, but I don't want you as head coach. I think he's a terrible head coach. And I'll fight you on this, like during the break.
I heard it this morning. Paul Karski said it's a young man's game, and referring into the head coaching and GMing roles, I think from what I gathered listening to the show, it is a young man's game. I think Cliff Kingsbury is the guy that is the young man. He wasn't referring to Kingsbury, but I'm using it in my context.
Okay.
I think this is a job that Kingsbury should pounce on if that is the case, if he does fit the role. Because if you're a guy that's a offensive coordinator guru, look what he did with Jaden Daniels. You could do the same thing in Las Vegas and Sin City. The stars are up there. It says Kingsbury City. They could rename it from Vegas to Kingsbury City.
He's a disaster as a head coach. Give me Harbaugh. You be the OC. Plus, and Dustin from Hopkinsville has a great point for Mendoza. You go there and you get like a Kingsbury, and then Tom Brady comes down and works with you in the offseason. And Brady's already waxed poetically about how great Mendoza is because he said on the Fox pregame shows, like, nobody's ever won there. Because he played him in Big Ten. Nobody's ever won there. Nobody's done this. He's doing it. In the 1 year, he's doing this. So that's what it is.
Look, we're in different sides of the Harbaugh, Kingsbury,
He
whatever.
ain't coming here.
No, I mean, you never know.
He's not coming here.
You can't say no.
Why would you come here when you get all those other choices?
We'll have some more of that later on.
We will.
I'll tease you with a little bit of
I'm
that.
sure his agent will come out today and say he's been contacted by all 37 teams. Right?
And you know what? That stock is just driving through the roof.
Breaking this morning, Ty Simpson is headed to the NFL. He has sent an Instagram note out, narrated some video that he's headed to the NFL. Good decision or no? I think it's a bad decision.
I think it's a good decision on his part because you can see that draft stock. And again, it kind of goes to what we're going to discuss later on in the show about just the price of NIL and the price of players. I'd say college football is pricing out the NFL draft a little bit. You look at Ty Simpson and all the guaranteed money you're going to get as a top 3, top 2 pick. That's where you got to go. And I think you're going to make more money that direction. You'll be able to develop as a true pocket passing pro style quarterback.
Right.
Whereas you go back into the portal and you don't know what your future could hold if you go back into the realm of college football. Because look, there were the rumors out there that he could potentially come back home to Tennessee and play for the Vols. Does that help him or does that not help him? I think it doesn't help him because it more helps Josh Heupel than it does him.
I don't think he's that good of a quarterback to go in the first round. I don't.
That's what I'm trying to say, though, is that college football has ruined the quarterback pool when it comes to draft. As simple as that. They have diluted the whole entire aspect of it to where they have to say, look, we're going to pay you $3.5 million to stay in college football.
Sure.
Or you can get paid $1 million on your rookie deal.
Yeah. Well, they put the thing out there about Arch Manning. If he stays the whole way through, he would have to get to his second, possibly third contract to make that type of money going forward. So if I'm Ty Simpson, if you don't Alabama, transfer someplace else, play a year, get your $3 million, and then go for the draft. I just don't think he's a top.
Maybe he knows it.
15, 20 quarterback. Anyway, he's gone.
Maybe he knows he's not a top 15, 20 quarterback. He's just going to
collect.
It's future job security is what it is.
You go get the guaranteed money now in college.
I think if you want to be around the long haul of the social media era of football, you go to the NFL draft when you can. Not, saying to the point where you go back and be a starter. But look, you can make so much more money on social media, brand deals. Look at Dak Prescott, prime example. He didn't touch any of his rookie money on his contract. He used all of his endorsement money.
Third or fourth rounder?
Fourth, I believe.
Fourth rounder. Okay.
So just think of it that way. He could be just using all of his money on endorsement deals rather than his rookie deal.
All right, but
it's all about investment.
So if you slip to the third round, you're not getting the Dak Prescott deal. But if you if you transfer to, I don't know, Florida State and get the $3 million next year, God, I can't believe we're still talking money and all this if it goes on.
I'm sure Nick Saban has a nice, hefty Mercedes deal for him waiting somewhere. He'll be all right. Look, we're talking about a college kid that's already made millions of dollars. It's not like he's hurting for a meal.
Saban's on McAfee and he's got wings. His hair. What kind of hairstyle's that?
That's a great question. I would call that
it's like 1978. It's like he's going to go to Studio 54.
The receding top? I don't know.
It's careful, though. He's going to be in town. Listen to the show soon to do that. All right, our question of the day brought to you by
Aries Tactical.
Do you have the read for us?
I do have the read for you, Joe.
You're so good.
Yeah, our question today is presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. Check them out at ariestactical.com.
So a friend of mine came through town, and he went to an establishment and said, hey, man, I'm a hankering for the best wings in town. Where are the best wings in town? I had no answer for him. I had a default of well, Buffalo Wild Wings is pretty good. He's like, I need some where all the locals go. I didn't know. So our question today is, where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky? Where are the best wings, right? It could be Buffalo Wild Wings. I think they're good. But if there's a place, a mom and pop around, best wings in Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, because we got the game tomorrow night, the game Friday night, and wild card weekend.
Saturday, Sunday, you're right. And Monday.
Monday
night game, I believe.
So you're going to grab wings and take him. I couldn't. I was like, he's like, you're Mr. Natural. I'm like, not really.
I'm sure there are a lot of Buffalo Bills fans out there that know about some good wing spots here in the area too.
I don't know any. That's how sad it is. So that's why we rely on our great audience here at 102.5 The Game. Request today, 615-737-1025, 615-737-1025. The best wings in Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky. Come up at 12:30, we'll talk to Charlie Becker's dad, the great wide receiver in Indiana, Father Ryan graduate. Look at you sticking your chest out.
Might as well, right?
If there was a McGavick player in the college football playoff, you damn straight, I wouldn't shut up about it.
As far as I know, to my knowledge, Father Ryan has 2 NFL draftees.
Who's that?
Past. Prince Charles Awara, the class of 2011, and then Jawan Williams transferred out.
I'm talking now, brother.
Now
I don't care about some Prince from another country.
Whoa, no, not just a Prince. This is Prince Charles Awara. That's my guy.
All right, so we'll talk to his parents at 12. It's a really cool story, man, because on the national level and the great job that Charlie Becker's done. So we'll talk to his parents at 12:30. 1 o'clock, Terry McCormick will join us, talk more about the Titans and the search, what's going on. Fun show, but our show is only good because of you. 615-737-1025. This is the Chase and Big Joe Show, brought to you by Omni Nashville Hotel, right here on 102.5 The Game. All right, let's welcome to the stage Brando from Parts Unknown. Make Brando feel welcome, folks. Brando's sitting in for Dr. Crane today, who's sitting in for Chase McCabe. It's one big family here. Dr. Crane, you're too young to have been to Club La Vila in Panama City to hear this song play on a constant loop and then girls dance around.
Very
Good times.
Young.
Good
Very
times.
young.
No, you missed. You're good. That's all
Look
etched
at
in my
you
memory.
repping some new gear on your
My head's
scalp.
cold. It went from Jake has it like 97 degrees, like I'm in a sauna. We walk in, we're like, what's going on in here? I mean, it's like an oven, and now it's like 52.
We went from house slippers to now wearing toboggans.
Right. That's what's going on here. All right. Our question today is a friend of mine came to town yesterday, said, hey, I need to get some good wings. We're the best wings. And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, you're Mr. Nashville. You don't know. And I don't know. So I'm asking you guys, where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee, because we got all this football coming up. 615-737-1025. Let's go to the phone. Grant, thanks for calling in, man. How are you, buddy?
Fellas, I am doing amazing. Listen, I've got to tell you, Martin's Barbecue started in Middle Tennessee, I believe Nolensville. People know them for their barbecue, but the biggest item they have, I have a bit of an addiction to them, they're smoked wings.
Oh.
Absolutely the best wings I've ever had. And as much as I hate Alabama, you've got to get that Alabama white sauce.
What's so good about the Alabama white sauce?
I tell you, it's just that savory and that sweet. It cuts the fattiness. I believe over at Martin's, what they do is they smoke them, then they fry them, then they put that dry rub on there. Gentlemen, it is fantastic. If you haven't had them, and I have no affiliation to Martin's Barbecue, it's something you must do today.
Grant, it complements the seasoning on the dry rub, right?
Absolutely.
I'm with you on that.
It's a must-have. Must-have.
All right, we're writing it down there, Grant. We'll see you at Martin's later on, buddy.
All right. Thanks, fellas.
All right, thank you. That's our question. Our text line has exploded.
He's spot on with that. The Alabama white sauce is incredible.
Okay, why is that so good?
I just said it complements the dry rub seasoning on the wing itself. And I have a preference. The flats over the drumstick. That's simple as that.
I don't even know what that means.
Flat wings, they have like you can break them in half type thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then you have the actual drumstick of it. Yeah, I'd rather go flats.
All right. We have responses on the text line, right?
We do. JD in
Wilson
Nashville
County
says,
Hyundai.
yeah, you know what? You're on top of it today.
Is it WilsonCountyHyundai.com?
WilsonCountyHyundai.com.
You ever met Payne Bone out there, the owner?
I have not.
Fantastic man.
Nice person.
Fantastic man. All right, what we got?
JD in Nashville, Brother Z's Wing Shack.
Now we need, like, where's this located?
It doesn't have a location on it. It just says Brother Z's Wing Shack.
Brother Z, okay.
It's brother with an A.
Oh, bro.
Come on.
That's a no-brainer.
I mean,
all right,
come
brother.
on.
All right, we got that.
Next one we have is 6081 Rocky's Wing Shack. Rocky.
We need locations.
They're not added on here. Well,
you guys
here we
text
go.
back in.
Jason and not Murfreesboro, but Jason says if you're in Murfreesboro, Slick Pig Barbecue is definitely the best place. It is on East Main Street. All the locals around here know about it, so I assume they have really good wings there.
All right, Slick Pig Barbecue. All right, I'm loving this because I don't know any of these places.
Let's see, JT, different JT, I assume. Smoking Mondays at Corner Pub in Green Hills. Best wings in town.
All right, Corner Pub. Got it.
The original one in Green Hills, I believe.
Love that place. All right.
Toots in Murfreesboro, worked there in high school. Best wings ever, and that's from 3334.
They are really good there. I didn't even think about it. That's how much my fault, Toots.
And there we go. 8771, the Hooters in Clarksville on Riverside Drive. Don't knock it till you try it. Stephen in Clarksville.
Are they still open?
I guess so.
I thought all the Hooters were shutting down, or most of them did.
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's see. Dustin in Hopkinsville. Oh, this is a long one. JP's Hot Chicken, just outside, he goes, I believe, Gate 5 in Fort Campbell. They have one hot sauce that's so hot, they make you sign a waiver. My Hispanic friend did it. He put about the amount that would fit on top of a pen. Oh, boy. He had one bead of sweat roll off his head the whole meal. But you couldn't tell.
He had to add his Hispanic friend. Okay, all right.
I guess so. He said it's great food. So there you go. Appreciate that, Dustin.
Oh, my gosh.
615-737-1025. I mean, the texts are just rolling in, Joe. So many to the point where I need my own 12 wings next to me.
Right? It sounds good. I'm not a big wing guy, but the Martin's thing's got me going.
Why are you not a wing guy?
I don't know. I think because I don't know. I like them, but I don't.
You don't
like nachos.
Yep.
Like I'll dig into nachos.
Same concept.
Right.
Your hands get dirty.
They are dirty. Yep.
If
Some
you're not
food.
if you're not eating with your hands, Joe, what are you doing?
Chase and I, one time we did a hot chicken eating contest, which, by the way, our great account rep, Matt Sadju, his lovely wife, Melanie Layden, won. She's the weather lady over on Channel 4. But after us, they did the professional hot chicken eating, and every one of those people looked like Hannibal Lecter when he just ate the cop's face in Silence of the Lambs. I mean, it was everywhere.
Yeah. And
I'm like, that doesn't look – why do you eat food that pains you? Right? Do you eat hot chicken?
Occasionally.
So I can't because I don't want to sit in a creek for a week. So I skip hot chicken.
It depends on what the diet's like the last couple weeks. If I've been eating pretty cruddy, go for some
Does
hot
it
chicken.
pain you? I mean, does it hurt? Is it like, oh my God, why do we eat things that give us pain?
I think it's just the American, blood in us. It's called competition. If you don't have that, Joe, then what are you doing?
I've seen friends sit down at lunch or dinner. Give me the hottest wings you got. They eat 2 wings and they're crying. Why are we doing this?
Some people have iron stomachs. Some people like the hotness. I mean, I get it. I mean, I like hot stuff. I like spicy things. I'll put Tabasco on a lot of stuff. Frank's Red Hot. My famous ribs that I've always made since, I was 14 were I believe it's my maple sriracha ribs. Yeah. Little maple syrup, Frank's Red Hot. Oh, incredible.
The iron stomach thing, like my brother, I think he could eat a nuclear bomb and be fine. I mean, I think there's something I love him, but he's weird because he puts hot sauce on top of hot sauce.
Yeah, no, it's too much hot sauce. Then you can't taste what you're actually eating.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I'm good with that. Just a little bit here and there on some eggs, maybe.
Do we have 1 or 2 more?
Oh, we got ample amount of ammunition.
Give me
here,
2
Joe.
more for the break.
4319. The man ain't wrong. Any smoked wings is amazing. Talking about Grant on the phone there.
Grant's made the day.
He's right about this. The meat to skin ratio with the level of the smoke penetration does pack flavor.
Say that again.
The amount of meat to skin ratio on the wing.
And you said there's another sentence after that.
Yeah, the level of smoke penetration, it packs a lot of flavor.
That's a sentence I never heard before today.
Smoke penetration with meat and skin ratio.
Give me 1 more.
Yep, I got you, Joe. Harold Metal Henry, this should be great. Slick Pig has the best smoked wings, but toss them in buffalo sauce for perfection.
Now I would do that. Buffalo sauce doesn't make me
Is that
sick.
your maximum when it comes to
It is.
Okay.
I'm a giant sissy. I'm a giant sissy.
Says the guy that batted an eye at me for wearing house slippers.
Yeah, I don't eat the hot food. I don't do it. I missed the entire hot chicken contest because I was in the bathroom at Hard Rock Cafe. So much that Chase almost put an Amber Alert out for me. That's how bad it was.
That's not too
bad. All right, we'll keep it going. Our question today is the best wings in town. Wherever we know we need all this knowledge to go with everything that we're doing. All right, coming up next, a really cool story. Charlie Becker is a wide receiver for Indiana. He scored a touchdown in the Rose Bowl. He had the game-winning catch versus Ohio State. He's a Nashville guy with the father Ryan. We'll talk to his dad next. They're heading out to the Fiesta. Well, I think it's Friday, the Peach Bowl.
Right.
Head out to the Peach Bowl. So we'll talk to Charlie Becker's dad. This is a great Nashville story. That's all next right here. This is the Chase and Big Joe Show brought to you by the Omni Nashville Hotel on 102.5 The Game. All right, welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe show. That's what Charlie Becker is going to be telling the Oregon defensive backs Friday night when he's scoring touchdowns. Keep your hand to yourself. Welcome back to the show. Chase McCabe off today. Dr. Crane in. Brando behind the board. Now, I love Nashville stories. We got a great one on the national scale. Charlie Becker, a wide receiver at Father Run High School. He's the great, outstanding wide receiver for the Indiana Hoosiers. We're honored to have his dad on the show right now, Dave Becker. Dave, good morning. How are you? Thanks for doing this, buddy.
Hey, good morning, and happy to do it. I appreciate the opportunity to be on with y'all.
I mean, what kind of ride is this, watching your son this whole season, the great game in the Big Ten Championship, the touchdown in the Rose Bowl? I mean, are you pitching yourself, Mr. Becker?
Yes. We keep kind of shaking our heads back and forth with this huge smile ear to ear, and like, I can't believe this is actually happening. I take it back. I can't believe it's happening because I always knew Charlie had it in him, but to put game after game after game on the stages that he has been surreal, to say the least.
I remember covering a game when he went off against Pope John Paul a few years ago in the Bishop's Cup, and I asked Coach Brian Rector, I'm like, what in the world? He's like, hey, he's going to Indiana. I'm like, this guy is really good. And at the time, Indiana, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
But to see him explode and come out of here, I'm proud of him. And hell, I barely know you guys.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it for sure.
I'm just saying, just watching him on that field, to see him doing now from Father Ryan to Indiana. Why was Indiana at the time, Dave, the right choice for your son?
Yeah, great question. So it started with the coach prior to Coach Sig. So Coach Tom Allen is a wonderful human being, good Christian guy, and really showed genuine care and concern for the players. And I think that's why he did such a good job in the recruiting process with Charlie. It wasn't necessarily about the program or about the wins and the losses. It was where he felt most comfortable. Being 4 hours away from home was important to Charlie as well. But Coach Allen was the best. And, after they let him go with Coach Sig coming in, there was a lot of question marks on, one, are they going to retain Charlie and, keep him on scholarship? And do they even want him to be part of the program? And luckily, obviously, they did. And it's been the best place by far for Charlie. He's absolutely thrived. Unbelievable coaches, and his progress that he's made has been amazing over just a year and a half span.
Dave Becker's with us here on the Chase and McJoe show. Mr. Becker, just looking at the overall landscape of your son's accomplishments at Indiana after Coach Allen left and then Kurt Cignetti kind of followed suit with that, what was that sales pitch like for your son and the family to just stay at Indiana?
Are you referring to stay with Coach Sig? Or
yes,
you
sir.
Say, like,
yes, sir. Yeah, after the succession plan there, yeah.
Yeah, I think it wasn't much of a plan. I think not everyone understands or knows that if your coach that you commit to gets fired, your scholarship is actually gone. Ooh. And so you have, like, at that point in time, it was Charlie and I reaching out to a bunch of the prior schools that he was interested in. And you're already at November. They're already committed to their other players. So there were a lot of players that were committed to Tom Allen in Indiana that actually were not retained. So we were blessed to have the opportunity to continue to be there. We knew that Indiana was a place that Charlie would thrive. There's 4 other students that Charlie's close friends with that in his grade that are at Indiana, and they still remain close today. So it was not a tough pitch at all. I'm just happy that he had the opportunity to start on some special teams and get on the field as a freshman.
Yeah, just get your chance whenever you can. Exactly. I'm a former Father Ryan graduate myself. And
here we go.
Sorry, Joe. Had to put it out there, man. Had to put it out there. But no, the fact that, your son goes through these trials and tribulations from one coaching staff to the next, obviously going to a school like Father Ryan, you're a faithful man, Christian man. what was the challenges and tribulations like for Charlie when it came to his faith, trying to stay driven in a time of, I guess, a fogginess in a roundabout way?
Yeah, great question. That's one thing I've never had to help Charlie with. My wife Tracy has been very involved in keeping him grounded, focused, humble, and relying on his faith. And there's a lot of things that we don't necessarily understand why things happen the way they do. But that's not in our control. We can only control what we can control and leave the rest in God's hands. And clearly, if you would have looked at under Tom Allen, 3 wins his, Charlie's year, he committed to Charlie, having undefeated this year and then 2 losses last year. The big man's got his plan, and we just let him ride with it, and we do the best we can within it.
Amen to that. Dave Becker's on the phone with us, his son, Charlie Becker, wide receiver in Indiana. I mean, what's it like watching your son catch a touchdown in the Rose Bowl? I mean, was that on your bingo card when he was born? Probably not.
Not, no. I'll tell you, from the angle I had, we were kind of on the corner of the end zone, and when Fernando let loose of that ball, and I saw it, I grabbed my wife and I said, he overthrew him. And the way Charlie came up, we've all seen that Father Ryan, he high points balls really well, but when he made that snag, and I had Cole, his older brother, next to me, his Grace and his sister, and we just all jumped in a big hug and just couldn't believe that he just caught that touchdown to put him up 10-0. It was so exciting.
I love it. All right, so what's the plan for Friday? When are you going down, and what's kind of your itinerary?
Yeah, so we're heading out Thursday morning. We're going to get down there, and we have about all of my family, Tracy's family, is from the Cincinnati area. We moved here about 15, 16 years ago. And so between friends and family here and all of our Cincinnati family, we're going to have about 50 people down there at that football game. So we're extremely blessed and excited for such a good crowd and group of supporters to be with us. So we're heading down on Thursday. We're going to get together as a big family Thursday evening for dinner. And then Friday, I actually have to do a little bit of work. They won't let me loose on Friday morning for a couple meetings, but then after that, we're game ready, game focused. It'll be great.
What does your son say about Kurt Cignetti?
So he loves him. Charlie is a very structured individual, and as you've seen, Coach Sig is very structured, organized, buttoned up, follow the plan. And so Charlie appreciates that. There's no ambiguity. And so from that perspective, they're aligned pretty well. And that's helpful for Charlie.
Dave Becker's on the line with this. Sorry about that, Mr. Becker. Looking at this upcoming game for your son, Charlie, and the fact that he could really etch his name into college football history for a national title potentially. Well, what is that like for you as a parent to see your kid fulfilling a dream that a lot of kids really want in grade school all the way throughout the NFL?
Yeah, it's we still have one game to go before we get talking about the national title, but the thought of this group of kids being able to get there and have the potential to win a national title, one team, something that they'll be able to talk about for years to come as they get older, like this old guy, and they're talking with friends and family sitting around. I mean, it's such an amazing opportunity. I do feel very blessed for the opportunity for Charlie to potentially be there. But what they've accomplished thus far, I can tell you one thing, being a football guy myself, there is one thing that's very special that I've seen in this team is they are a group of brothers. They are very, very tight, whether it's offense, defense, special teams. They really, truly care about each other. They laugh. They're just a great group of really good kids and young men, I should say. And you don't find that at this college level, especially with NIL and the transfer portal and everything else. This group is special. And so if they do have that opportunity to get there, that will help them, hopefully bring home the title.
As you being a former Big Ten Ohio State linebacker yourself, has this been a good bonding point for you and your son, Charlie? The fact that it's the same conference, but also it's just the same intangibles, the same conference, the same team, same everything. Has it been a fun thing for you as a parent to kind of watch a little film here and there when you got some downtime?
It has been great. Living in SEC country has not been easy for the last several years, especially in the late, 2015 maybe to early 2020, 22, something like that. SEC has really owned the table, and so I think both he and I have appreciated the ability to go out and the Big Ten do what they've been able to do, and beating Alabama in the Rose Bowl was pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie. So those are the little things that we bond on. Talking about film before the game, I kind of knew that there was an opportunity if they got the right defensive formation that Charlie was going to be able to hit that post. And so I had been looking forward for it. I didn't realize it was going to happen that early in the game, but the connection was there. And those are the things that make this so special for sure.
I love it. Did you play at Ohio State?
I did. I was there from 94 through 98. I had a back injury in my third year that had me hang up the helmet.
So you were there with Vrabel and Chris Sanders and Eddie and everybody?
Yes. They were all a couple years older than me, but yes.
Oh, I had no idea. Nick told me before the segment that you played there. So to see your son catch that pass in the Big Ten championship game, which sealed the win for you guys against your alma mater, oh man, that's 50-50, isn't it?
No, not even close. It's 99.9.1, man. It was the greatest feeling that I've had, bar none. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Buckeyes, and my boys have grown up with Buckeyes, but there's nothing like seeing your boy out there making that big play at the end to seal the deal. There's nothing like it. I've never been prouder.
I love it. Just in case former Father Ryan head coach Brian Rector is listening, and you could lie if you want to, but Dave, we don't mind. How great was Brian Rector for your son?
Oh, Brian is an awesome coach, great person, great values. I think he cares as much about the kids themselves and their development to be young men more than he does on the football field. He was a great mentor and, great coach, teacher for these kids. I couldn't thank him enough. And I'm glad over the last year and a half or so, once the boys have been out, I've got to know him even more. And he's just a wonderful person. So very grateful for everything he has done.
I love that. Dave Becker, thank you for this. I know you're busy and it's kind of chaotic right now, but really appreciate your time. Best of luck to your boy Friday night. We're all cheering. He's a Nashville kid. You're a Nashville family now, even though you just moved here. We love it. Best of luck, and we hope we talk to you as you head to Miami, Dave. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you having me on. All the best.
All right, thank you. Dave Becker, his son is Charlie Becker, receiver at Indiana. What a great story. Because I remember when I covered the Bishop's Cup in 23, I'm like, this guy's good. Why in the hell is he going to Indiana?
It baffles me too, because like under Brian Rector, when he was at Centennial and he had a few recruits here and there, like Deion Sanders at the time, and also Tyrell Dodson. Not the Deion Sanders, yes, but another one.
Tyrell Dodson. Emmanuel Hall.
Yeah, like one of them was Mr. Football, went to play at A&M as a linebacker, now is in the NFL. I mean,
he's the green dot for the Dolphins.
Exactly. I mean, he played for the Bills at one point.
Yep.
I'm not saying Rector is a guru when it comes to this, but he knows how to mature players to play at the next level.
He does.
And it's on the player at that point, once they graduate, to say, hey, I know what I'm doing. I've got to the next portion of my life. I got to capitalize on it.
I think it's great. A Nashville kid who prepped in Nashville doing this work. Right. And then they win Friday. They bounce to the national championship game. You're allowed to wear your dumb Ryan jersey in next week if you want to.
I don't. All that's up in the rafters, man. I don't live in the past for that.
We had some epic battles between McGavick and Ryan, but I'm not going to make this about me, but I want to make it about me.
Please
I'm
do.
kidding.
Yeah. I mean, I'll wear some shirts here and there, like my
Right.
football shirts, but not a jersey. No.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should. You get if they win, you can wear a Charlie Becker.
I'll
jersey.
bring my helmet in. How about that?
Oh, do you have your helmet?
I still do. Yep.
I might steal that.
It
put on my
doesn't
desk.
fit anymore. I got a giant pumpkin head.
That's all right though. But it's your helmet.
It is my helmet.
I like that. I will take a break. Again, our question of the day is a lot of football happening over the next 5 to 6 days. Where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky? We got a ton of responses on the text line. Terry McCormick at 1 o'clock with the latest on the Tennessee Titans search. Word came out yesterday that one TV guy wants to interview in Nashville. And I'm like, go away. Did you hear this? Don't say it.
Really?
He's on TV. He wants the Titans job. And I'm like, go away. We'll tell you who that is. We come
Corey
back.
Curtis?
This is the Chase and Big Joe show brought to you by the Omni Nashville Hotel, 102.5 The Game. All right, welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe show here right here on 102.5 The Game, brought to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Chase McCabe off today, Dr. Crane in, Brando behind the board. Really thank you, Dave Becker, for the interview. I just love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you and good luck on Friday night. All right, so word came out. So all these coaches are asking about jobs around. One came out yesterday that I'm like, stay away. Jason Garrett, former Cowboys coach, who I think does a terrible job on Sunday Night Football, has been approached about the job or is going to interview. Something is going on, but stay away. Don't waste our time.
Another guy to add to the list, though. Took a gap year, a gap 2 years, or however long he's been gone, and wants to look for another job.
Do you like Jason Garrett here in Nashville?
No, absolutely not. Don't get it twisted, Joe. I think he's an awful candidate for this. I mean, not an awful candidate, but I don't think he's the right fit for the Titans. Let's just put it straight up there. But that's a guy that does a really good job with TV.
Right.
Just keep it there.
I'm not a fan of him. But I do think this goes to a larger PR picture that they're painting. Like, they're going to interview 25 coaches and say, God, the interest in this job was unbelievable. Besides the Cardinals, it's the worst job out there.
The Titans?
Yeah.
No. The Cleveland Browns is the worst job in the NFL.
See, I don't think so.
Yes, I 100%. I will back that.
Because it's the Browns. There's a built-in massive fan base for you.
There are 3 quarterbacks you got to choose from. If you're the next head coach, why would you want that headache?
I think Shedeur Sanders is a good quarterback.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Yes, I think he needs to, not turn the ball over as much. That turnover to touchdown ratio has to lower down a little bit, like Cam Ward. But you also have Dylan Gabriel, who I think I was high on him coming out of the college.
I didn't know you did drugs.
No, I'm not a drug guy. I'll
Okay.
pass. And then, Deshaun Watson, you don't know what you're going to get out of that. You hopefully think he can resurrect his career after his whole injury thing / whatever else.
But they got some talent in Cleveland.
They do have talent. They have Myles Garrett as that edge rusher. But
not much talent here. I would not take the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals' job is a no-win. You cannot win in Arizona. Can't. It's proven.
I agree. But you can't just say there's not talent here in Nashville. There's a lot of upside to this Titans team rather than Cleveland. Well, what's
the worst thing when somebody says they got potential? I always hate.
I didn't say potential. I said upside. There's a difference because it's not the same word.
Yeah, true. Who do you like here besides Jeffrey Simmons? Who do you like?
I think Alec Alexander is a good wide receiver. Like I
don't think he tremendously regressed.
Really,
I do.
I think he didn't regress. It's more the fact that Titans adopted their idea to running the ball first rather than passing the ball first.
Okay.
Whereas the first half of the season, a lot of people understood that Brian Callahan wanted to change the identity of this franchise and this team in general and say, we're passing the ball first. We're going to be the most high-octane offense on planet Earth. He didn't say that. I'm just, exaggerating it a little bit. But the fact is, you go to Tony Pollard the last 4 to 5 games, what have they been doing? They've been moving the ball down the field, averaging 25, 26 points a game in the month of December. Come on. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the thing. If you can run the ball consistently and get points, why would you change your idea of football? Same thing with Vrabel and Derrick Henry here. They ran the ball with them, and it worked. It worked. They got one game close to the Super Bowl. It worked. Why change that?
But that's Derrick Henry.
But it's the concept, Joe. It's the concept. You look at Tony Pollard, it worked. The last 4 to 5 games, minus the one in Jacksonville, it worked in the month of December.
Okay. All right.
That's what I like about it. And the reason answering your question about Alec Alexander, I don't think he regressed. I just think the game plan changed where he didn't get the same amount of targets.
Okay. I think year 1 to year 2, he can improve a lot, which is good, but there is a lot of hope for him.
What about you? What are some players you like on this team?
Offensive line, I think it's terrible. I think J.C. Latham is a typical Alabama offensive lineman who's terrible.
Did you hear about his comments the other day? Saying his hip injury is what really caused a lot of his struggles.
Somebody on Twitter, I think it's Titans Idiot Nation, funny guy, did something about false starts and J.C. Latham. It was a joke, and J.C. Latham liked the post. It just made me laugh. I like Skoronski. I think the center position needs help. I think they had a chance, man, to really do something with that offensive line, and Dan Moore's awful. Yeah. I'm a big believer building that line, building that offensive line
from outside in
or
inside out.
Protect Cam. I think Cam's got a hell of an arm. I think Cam is highly intelligent. Stop playing hero ball. Stop RPOs. I know Chase going to be exploding in here like the Hawaiian Punch Man.
What?
What? Get out of here. Stop designing run plays for your quarterback. Just stop doing that. Let Cam sit in the pocket and throw down the field. I was watching the 30 for 30 last night on the Miami Hurricanes, and they were talking about, and Ken Dorsey was talking, quarterback, and they showed clips of him at Miami, and it was just watching him with time to throw and stepping up in the pocket. And I'm like, oh man, this is Cam. Cam had time to throw the football, any quarterback, right? But I think I think he's got a heck of an arm. I think he's really smart. And I think there's a lot of good things, but you got to protect him. You got to protect him. That's the bottom line.
You're right. I mean, that's probably the biggest downside to this team right now is the offensive line. And the fact that it is the right thing to do. Yesterday, Jake and I were talking about the offensive line, saying how keeping the same unit is probably what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But you look at a guy like Kevin Zeitler, get him out of here. Maybe plug in a guy like you talked about yesterday with Jackson Slater.
Why not?
Baptism by fire.
You got him. And I still think they should trade Jeffrey Simmons.
Wow.
Still think you should do that. All right, we'll get much more Titan talk with our good friend Terry McCormick coming up next. The latest on the head coaching candidates and what exactly is going on and who might be the best fit over there at St. Thomas Sports Park. This is the Chase and Big Joe Show brought to you by Omni Nashville Hotel. We'll be down at Omni Nashville Hotel tomorrow at Bar Lines from noon to 3. Stop by and say hi. Terry McCormick's up next right here on 102.5 The Game. All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of the Chase and Big Joe Show right here on 102.5 The Game, brought to you by the Omni Nashville Hotel, the perfect Omni Nashville Hotel. Chase McCabe off today. He's actually giving a big speech downtown on LinkedIn, cloud storage, and architecture. It's a big convention group that's in town. So Dr. Crane's with me and Brando behind the board. And I really enjoy these segments each week because we've talked to Terry McCormick for a long time, but the honesty that Terry brings is just so great. So Terry McCormick joins us now. Terry, good morning or good afternoon to you, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing well. Hey, before we get started, where can everybody find your material, your content? Where can they go to find that?
Okay, you can go on any of the Main Street media papers. That's Gallatin News, Hendersonville Standard, Murfreesboro Post, Main Street, Nashville, all those that are owned by Gould Enterprises throughout Middle Tennessee, and then TitanInsider.com, which is also affiliated with Main Street Media. You can get everything right there in one place at TitanInsider.com.
I love it, love it, love it. All right, Terry, the news came out yesterday about John Harbaugh being released from the Ravens. Now, everybody wants to bring him to town. Terry, I think he'd be a fool to come coach the Tennessee Titans. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, I think he's going to have probably better opportunities, Joe. I think the Titans absolutely should want him because he would bring the kind of stability that's been lacking for the last couple of years in this organization. But I think he's going to have opportunities to take one of these other jobs and probably have a better opportunity to win right away rather than wade through all the rebuilding that the Titans are going to have to do.
Oh, I totally agree with you on that. Do we think at the end of the day that the best fit is probably going to be Matt Nagy because of his relationship with Borgonzi? And he has proven that he's a head coach before, and he took the Bears to the playoffs. We all know his resume, but I just think the relationship he has with Borgonzi, it's almost, to me, Terry, it's a done deal. I'd be shocked if it's not.
Yeah, I think he probably is the favorite right now. You know, they're going through and vetting a number of candidates. I'm intrigued by Kevin Stefanski just because he's a two-time coach of the year in Cleveland, and any measure of success you can have there certainly is a feather in your cap. And I think, with Stefanski having already, lived through 6 years of coaching in Cleveland, he could probably handle the dysfunction that goes on with the Titans better than most candidates would. But Nagy is probably the odds-on favorite to get this job because of that relationship with Borgonzi. And then, you can't take away from him the fact that he did take the Bears pretty deep into the playoffs,
right,
with Mitch Trubisky at quarterback. So that's not nothing.
Terry McCormick's on the line with us here on the Chase and McJoe Show. Terry, looking at the candidates that are up for grabs in some regards, the Titans are going to interview Steve Spagnuolo, Matt Nagy. I'm intrigued with the interview process when it includes Steve Spagnuolo because it just feels like his time as a head coach is kind of done in the NFL, but I could be wrong. It sounds like and looks like to me that it's more of a get to know Matt Nagy through Steve Spagnuolo type interview.
That's possible. I mean, I wouldn't consider Spagnuolo a super strong candidate, but then again, they're also bringing in Jason Garrett for a look. So I don't know what that's all about.
Right.
But it's kind of crazy. The ones that intrigue me of this first group of candidates that are in, I kind of like, like I said before, Stefanski, Nagy's okay. Raheem Morris is certainly worth a look. I think he was more a product of the Falcons just wanting to clean house as opposed to him doing a poor job with what he had to work with there in Atlanta. So that intrigues me somewhat. Some people are, excited about Vance Joseph and what he can bring to the table, and he certainly is a good defensive coordinator. But like a lot of these guys, he flamed out in his first go-around as a head coach.
Yeah, and to that point as well, listening to Mike Borgonzi yesterday, what impressed you most? Obviously, he didn't reveal much, but what impressed you most from his comments yesterday from that press conference?
I think the thing that impressed me is that that this guy's in charge and this guy is going to do things the way that he thinks is best to get this organization back on track. You know, the question is, will Amy Adams Strunk leave him alone long enough to let him do his job? Because this is going to be more than a 1 or 2 year process, I think, to get this team going back and into contention. I mean, yes, you could do like Jacksonville, you could do like Mike Vrabel's done in New England, but, you know, more likely with as many holes that are on this Titans roster, 2027 would probably be the earliest that you could look at this team and say, yeah, maybe they can contend again.
All right, talking to Terry McCormick here on the Chase and Big Joe show. I see Matt Nagy is interviewing with the Raiders tomorrow, according to Ian Rappaport. Say he gets gobbled up, right? And then Stefanski goes someplace else. Would the Titans, like Clint Kubiak's getting all this love, Terry, all this love, all these interviews. But again, he's never been a head coach, but he's called plays. Would they go down that avenue again of bringing in a guy who's not a head coach, who's never been a head coach before?
It's possible. I don't think it's the preferred method, but it's possible. I think, you know, the Brian Callahan deal left a bad taste in their mouths, but I also think Brian Callahan maybe bit off a little bit more than he could chew, being both the head coach for the first time and a play caller for the first time. And I think that that's part of what kind of got him off track and where he wasn't able to really take things the direction that he wanted to take it. To me, you know, if I'm going to throw a dark horse candidate out there at you, and this is somebody that is right on their doorstep, and I think they really should take a look at him. If they can't land a head coach with experience, they really should take a look at Bones Fossil, not just as a special teams coach sticking around, but why not give that guy an interview to see if he could be a head coach? Because you see how he has fixed the Titans special teams that was horrible for about a decade, and all of a sudden they're the best unit of the three on the team this year, and it's all because that guy got a message out and got people to believe in what he was doing. If it'll work for special teams, would it not maybe work for the whole team?
Well, here's your blueprint for this is John Harbaugh. Remember when he came over from the Eagles? He was a special teams coach with no head coaching experience, but the special teams coach, and Tim Hasselbeck's told us on the show, the special teams coach touches basically every player on the team at some point, except the quarterback. I know that. But he talks to all these guys. So, look, he's well-respected. You know, he took over when Fisher was canned at the Rams. I just don't know if he wants the job. I never hear him talked about.
Well, he told us last week he'd love to be a head coach at some point.
Well, there we go, Terry McCormick. Yeah, players love him. I mean, why not, right? I don't think it would excite the fan base, but then again, that's not who you're trying to prove yourself to, is the fan base.
Yeah, exactly. And Joe, one of the things too about this coaching search, you know, to me, and I don't mean to, you know, dog the organization or anything like that.
Sure.
I'm just being honest here with all the problems that they've had over the last few years. To me, in this hiring cycle of the 7 openings, there are 3 that are kind of first tier, and the other 4 are second tier simply because of the continual dysfunction. I look at the Ravens, obviously, as far and away the best job available, because who wouldn't want to coach Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry?
Right.
I look at the Giants just because of the stability of ownership, even though they've struggled of late, and Joe Shane is still there as the GM. I still think that's a first-tier job. And then I look at the Atlanta Falcons as a first-tier job. There's some talent on that roster, and even though they don't have a first-round pick, and even though there's uncertainty at the quarterback position, I think the Atlanta Falcons is an attractive job because Arthur Blank is a pretty good owner. And the other 4, the Titans, the Browns, the Cardinals, the Raiders. I mean, what do they all have in common, Joe?
I don't know.
Surprise anybody? Would it surprise anyone if multiple of those teams are looking for in 2 years? If you're a coaching candidate, the first thing you want to look at is who am I working for? And then the second thing you want to look at is what am I working with? And you have to answer those two questions before you take any job.
You're exactly right. Let me throw one at you. It's no secret that Matt LaFleur is having a great relationship with the Packers brass up in Green Bay. If they get bounced out by the Bears this weekend, could his name, and he's looking someplace else, he was only here for 1 year. Rumor has it Amy kind of likes him. I mean, I wouldn't mind that, right?
Oh, I think that would be great. I think that would be absolutely a home run hire. If Matt LaFleur were to become available and you could get him to come back to Nashville, that absolutely would be a home run hire. I mean, you know he has interest in it because he interviewed for the job back when Mike Vrabel got it in 2018.
Terry McCormick's on the line with us here. Terry, kind of switching from the head coaching aspect of things to the actual roster. There were some comments made this past week in the locker room. One was the edge rushing position in Arden Key. He expects the Titans to have him back next season. Are you under the same sentiment?
His opinions kind of flow whichever way the wind is blowing sometimes. I love Arden, but, he said, I expect to be back with the Titans. And then 2 minutes later, he said, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you get for talking about Arden Key, Terry.
Get zapped.
Playing both ends again.
Yep. Arden Key, not like you talking about him. Terry gone?
I asked him about Will Levis and would he have a place on this team in 2026? And he said, yes, he does. So to me, that shows me that Mike Borgonzi, even though Will Levis didn't pan out as a starting quarterback, that he's smart enough to know that the guy is on a cheap contract, and there are probably 4 to 5 teams that he could be a starting quarterback for right now in the league.
Right.
But
Now he's talking about Will Levis. Will Levis
level back up because we saw what happened with Brandon Allen on Sunday, and that was terrible.
Yeah, big old dumpster fire. Absolutely.
Right.
Just you kind of cut out there a little bit, Terry, but you mentioned Will Levis and looking at the whole Cam Ward AC joint injury and how that takes a little time to recover from that. I mean, you asked the question, and is there a possibility? And he said yes. Do you think there is a viable possibility that Will Levis could be maybe competing for a job here?
Yeah, I think he probably comes in and he's starts camp as QB2. And, with Cam's shoulder situation, it's possible that Levis could get a lot of the first team reps throughout the OTAs and even into minicamp if the injury with Ward lingers that far. And like I just said before, I think, it's smart to hang on to him because he's cheap. Why would I want to pay $5 million for somebody who's maybe a half a step up from Brandon Allen when I've already got this guy on a cheaper contract, and if something happens to Cam Ward, I can just plug him in and play.
I agree on that. So Chase and I had this little discussion the other day, Terry, I think somebody's going to make Mike Borgonzi an offer in the offseason for Jeffrey Simmons that he cannot turn down. In the back of your wonderful mind, you see something like this happening? Because I'm telling you, if I'm a GM of like the Bears or the Niners, I'm going after Jeffrey Simmons because I don't know about my first round pick, but I can offer up a bunch of guys to get this dominating defensive tackle. I just see this happening, but am I crazy?
Everything they say says, but the me, I would probably him at the deadline. And because if Williams 2 picks, including a first rounder, what's Jeffrey Simmons going to fetch? And
right.
Simmons playing at a fantastic level, at pro level this year, probably going to be a pro, I would think.
Just let this go for as long as we can. Terry, are you in a tunnel? Are you part of that new boring tunnel with Elon Musk?
He's still going to be playing at that level. Are good again in 2 to 3 years.
I love everything that you said. I absolutely love with all that. Terry, as always, thank you. We enjoy you coming on just because your honesty is so wonderful. It's refreshing. We appreciate you, my man. Thank you as always.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Terry McCormick there. Loved what he said about Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah.
We'll read that back with the decoder sometime. You have a decoder in your little thing.
I was listening to bits and pieces of it. He's mentioned something about what Jeffrey Simmons would care about at the deadline if it was a first in a couple seconds.
Yeah, and what he would take. I'm telling you, man, I would not trade Jeffrey Simmons within the conference, but I would trade him to the NFC and give me the farm, buddy.
You know what we didn't ask him? His favorite wing spot.
What is your favorite wing spot? That's the question of the day.
It is the question of the day, presented by Aries Tactical.
615-737-1025. We'll get back into our question of the day. A friend came to town. He's like, hey, man, where are the best wings in town? And I'm like, I don't know. And so I said, I'm going to go to our audience tomorrow and ask you guys, where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky? We got a ton of responses for our question of the day. 615-737-1025. Text or call. We'd love to hear from you, right? So let us know, 615-737-1025. Where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee? Let us know. This is the Chase and Big Joe Show, brought to you by the Omni Nashville Hotel. 1025 The Game. All day on this song. Everybody.
You dropped the bomb on me.
Hey, Brando, get off the table. Dr. Crane, who sings this song? Do you know?
I've played it multiple times. I don't know.
That's okay. You're young,
Yeah.
but you got an old so.
Yeah.
Brando, you know who this is?
Oh, yeah. The Gap Band.
The
Gap Band.
Yeah.
I mean, you put this at the Fraser Disco, everybody's on the floor.
Yeah.
You play some of this new nonsense.
Couple broken hips, if you ask me.
Nobody's getting
So
up
we'll be on
there.
the floor. Yep.
Right.
Couple broken hips, ceramic hips, all
Whatever
busted.
it is. Yeah. Welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe Show. Chase off today. He's downtown giving a big speech. I hope it goes well for the LinkedIn Cloud certification, architecture, storage, and everything. I mean, he's a big wing in that
Since
world.
we're not able to tap into it, I've heard they've recorded on their end.
Good.
So they'll send us a copy and we'll be good
Good.
to
He
go.
does a really interactive presentation down there. It's a wonderful thing. All right, our question today is the best wings in Middle Tennessee. There's a backstory behind that. We'll tell you what later it is, but we need to know what the best wings in Middle Tennessee. But first, your phone calls. Let's go to the phone line. Our man, Kenny the mailman. Kenny, good afternoon. Thank you as always. What's happening?
Happy New Year, Joe. I want to be a better friend to you this year than last year.
Well, you were a great friend last year.
Excellent. Now, I'm turning the tables a little bit on you, Joe. I got a Joe Dubin question for you. I wish Chase was there because I wanted to know how well he knows you. Are you ready for your question?
Yes, sir.
Just 48 hours ago, Monday was a great show between 12 and 3. You were very passionate. You got passionate with Chase. You got passionate with a couple of callers. What subject were you the most passionate on Monday afternoon on 102.5?
It was about Cam Ward running the football.
Okay, is that your final answer?
That is.
No. Someone mentioned, and it wasn't even true, that there was some chocolate pies at the station.
You
Your
got me.
whole demeanor changed. Do you remember?
Yes, because
You
Chase
went from, hey, everybody, to, where's my pie?
It was our
Who
morning
got my
meeting.
pie?
That's right.
Chase said that Dr. Crane brought in a bunch of chocolate pie and it was really good. And I was not in on the joke. And I thought Dr. Crane brought in chocolate pie and I was very upset.
Yes. Hey, you don't think your listeners could tell you went from happy-go-lucky Joe to where's my pie?
Was I more mad at the pie being left out or Cam Ward?
Well, here's what I'm going to do for you. Babette is a world-class pastry chef. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, sir.
Your next West radio stop, when y'all have a remote, I'm going to get her to make you some chocolate pies, but you got to share.
My hero. Absolutely
All right.
share.
I promise to that. And here's something else about Monday. I love John McClain. I don't know why he hasn't yet, but he needs to write a book. When he told the story about Bum Phillips getting his hat stolen, and then people from all over the country mailing him his hat, I went and read that story. He autographed a lot of them and gave them to charity, and they raised hundreds of thousands of dollars from hats that were sent to him. Isn't that awesome?
I think John wrote a book called, is it Loser Takes All, about the Addams family?
I don't know if he's written one or not, but he needs to write, and the title should be 101 Stories That You've Never Heard, because he has got them. And oh, by the way, I keep up with you. Yes, you need to write your book about Nashville anchors.
I wouldn't have any friends after that. Hold on, don't go anywhere. I'm going to figure that John McClain did write a book about the Houston Oilers, which was really, really good. And I haven't thought about that book in a long time. And
Well,
the name is, I'm going to find this. He wrote a book. I thought it was Loser Takes All.
Well, I'm going to find that because he is an amazing resource, and y'all do whatever you can keep him because I like everybody, but he is great, and his phone's a little better than Terry McCormick. Oh, I meant that the good way.
Oh, we'll do it. Thank you, Kenny.
Have a
Appreciate you.
great day.
All right, thank you. Back to the phone line. Adam in Portland. Adam, are we agreeing or disagreeing about trading Jeffrey Simmons?
Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever seen Kenny the Mailman and John McClain in the same room?
I've never seen Kenny the Mailman at all.
I think they're the same person, man. They sound exactly alike, and I've never heard anybody like lobby for a dude out of nowhere like that. And I've always said he sounds exactly like John McClain, so I think it could be him.
We haven't.
No, I completely disagree.
Go ahead.
I disagree with you, Joe. I don't think you can trade Jeffrey Simmons. What do you think these interviews look like this week? All right, let me look at your roster. You have one good player. That's it. Like, you guys, I understand you could probably get a vote for him, but you're not going to find any more players like him in this draft or in free agency. You're not going to find another Jeffrey Simmons. So really, you sell a coach, especially a defensive coach, with you have a key piece that we could build around. But if you take that away, dude, it's over. So, and he is a baby, and there's so much not to like about him off the field, but there's so much to like about him on the field. I don't think you could trade him.
I get it. They still went 3-14 with the best defensive player in football. You trade him and give me 4 draft picks in this draft and have 6 or 7 guys in the top 100 all day, Adam. All day, baby. Adam's gone. One more call. Mark, our question of the day. Where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee? Mark, what's up, man?
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Good, Bubba.
Hey, let me tell you, anybody wants hot wings or hot chicken, period, it's Bolton's Hot Chicken down here on Main Street in East Nashville.
That's like the OG, right? I mean, that's like the best of the best of the best.
You get a mild, medium hot, extra hot.
Bolton's down on Main Street. Have you had some lately, Mark? Have you had some of that lately?
Oh, yes, sir.
Did you have to go sit in the creek?
Basically.
We'll write it down, Mark. Thanks, Bubba. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, y'all need to try it. I'm telling you.
Is that the one where the owner threw the grease on her husband for cheating on her?
He left.
I think isn't that the story?
I haven't heard that story, but I've eaten at Bolton's.
Or is that
it's pretty good.
Princess is that story.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
okay.
Princess.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Brando.
Bolton's is like the OG of the OG spots.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you drive by there, you're like, that's got to be good. And the old building, oh, man.
I believe it's a white building with red lettering.
Something like that, yeah. Down on Main Street down there. All right, again, let us know, 615-737-1025, the best wings in Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky. Coming up next, college football is changing, but Dr. Crane has a little idea. Is to keep things, to
structure things a little bit.
Structure.
Yeah, maybe a little more structure without including government, I'd say.
Thank God. Yeah. Right. All right. The floor is yours. Next, Dr. Crane, the czar of college football.
I don't know.
We come back here on the Chase McCabe and Big Joe show, presented by Omni Nashville Hotel on 102.5 The Game. All right, welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe show right here, 102.5 The Game. Oh, man, the Clash. Dr. Crane, you don't know a lot about the Clash, do you?
I don't.
You're young.
Yeah.
You'll get there. So good. So good.
I have heard this song, though.
Heard from Chase. He said the LinkedIn cloud storage convention went really well. He's now gone over to the table to sign autographs and take pictures.
Good for him.
I mean, to be that smart and know about cloud storage and all, I don't know the first thing about that. If my iPhone doesn't upload it, I'm lost.
I don't even know much about my own storage. I don't even know what's.
Yeah. That's what she said.
You're right. Yeah.
Well, all right. By the way, did you see who's coming to the Ryman in May?
No.
David Lee Roth.
Really? What are tickets like?
Well, all right. His videos of him the last year haven't been really good, but it's still David Lee Roth.
So I'm asking, what are the ticket prices?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't paid for a ticket in forever. I'm like, I can't afford it. Can Chase get this for me for free? No, all right, I'm not going. That I don't go. I love the video you sent me of Mike Vrabel. We can't use it on the air, but look, as curmudgeon-y of that guy is, I find him fascinating.
I love it. That's what a football coach should be. If you have a player that's in some sort of legal issues, and this is before obviously it was all taking place,
yeah,
and he's on the sideline and he's just saying, hey, stay in your lane, using other choice words.
Right.
I'm all about that. I
think it's great. All right, college football, we got the one game tomorrow night between Miami and Ole Miss. That's the Fiesta Bowl. Then Friday night is the Peach Bowl between Indiana and Oregon. But college football, Dr. Crane, right now is in complete disarray.
Yeah.
I love the games, but my goodness, man, I don't know. This guy, that guy, give me this, give me that. I'm holding out. I mean, it's chaotic.
I think we're going to get to the point, Joe, where a lot of these boosters are going to say, look, we're not going to fund this anymore. You have enough revenue sharing from years past where you can use that money and use it wisely. I mean, when you get rid of the source, when the well runs dry and you get rid of the source, trust me, they're going to start utilizing the money properly. When you just cut off the source, that's all you need, really. Because you look at quarterbacks now, DJ Lagway, Sam Levitt, especially DJ Lagway, great example. He had, a lot of his money on his deal, I guess, front-loaded in a roundabout way, so you can cover the cost up front with the NIL deals and whatever is for the university. Because he left Florida, he's got to give some of that money back probably.
Did he sign that?
Yeah.
He signed a deal. He's got to give money back if he leaves?
Well, yeah, every player does on their NIL deal, right?
No. Who was the guy that left Alabama for Wisconsin? And they came back to Alabama in the same year, and he took the money from Wisconsin. You don't have to give the money back.
I didn't hear that.
You don't have to give that money back. Yeah, it was a lineman. Look it up in 24. He left Alabama, went to Wisconsin. They gave him a nice NIL deal. Realized, hey, I don't like it here. I'm going back to Alabama, and he kept his money. And like, this is a problem. His name pop up? If it does,
I'm looking it up right now. I'm not,
and that's the thing.
I'm popping up.
Yeah, I forget what lineman it was. Committed there, came back, and then kept the money. And like, what are we doing here with all this? What are we doing here with all this?
Well, what I'm trying to get to is if you have money from a collective of the university, you're more than likely probably going to be required to give that money back in some form or fashion because you didn't fulfill your full, in this case, contract. Because if you look on Twitter and all these, media outlets, they're saying players have re-signed with their, I call them organizations, with their universities. Like, Deshaun Bishop, the running back for Tennessee, just re-signed with the Tennessee Volunteers. That to me is not a university negotiation. That is a contract. That when you say re-signed, that's a contract. So the fact of the matter is, when you use that jargon, that's implied. You follow me?
I get you. Yeah.
So I'm saying for DJ Lagway's sake, if that is the way it was used in that lingo, it's implied you probably have to give that back.
So it was Elias Lennon. I'm saying his name wrong.
Oh, the Wisconsin Alabama guy?
Yeah, but he said he stayed at Wisconsin. I thought he came back to Alabama after not being up there, that he was so anyway, again, that's another problem when it goes on. Now, our good buddy of ours, Barrett Hobbs, right? We're talking to him, and we're talking about the Music City Bowl, about all the opt-outs, and
right.
Tennessee wasn't Tennessee. And he said something to me, and I brought it up to you, which I loved. Tie your NIL deal into completing the bowl game. If you opt out of the bowl game, you don't get the money part of the money you don't get.
That guaranteed aspect of it, right?
That guaranteed aspect. If that happens, Tennessee beats Illinois by 40 points.
100%.
So tie the NIL deal. You cannot opt out. If you opt out, you lose your money. Well, I'm going to worry about the draft. I don't care. If you opt out, you're not getting your money. Bottom line.
I mean, that's spot on. And that's, I think, the solution to this whole problem right now with this surplus of money being distributed across college football to all these different programs. Because you look at the Alabamas of the world, and by the way, Alabama, now that Ty Simpson is declared for the draft from what you told me earlier.
And some of their guys, like one guy is going to Ole Miss. These 5 stars are jumping ship.
Offensive linemen are leaving. This could turn bad quick.
Yes.
And that's why I think if you, like you're talking about, signing their little contracts or their little whatever you want to call them,
right?
Call them contracts, and have that in there saying the NIL has to be involved with it, that I think you have a lot more players stay. And also, too, I mentioned at the start of the show how the NFL is kind of pricing, or the college football is pricing out a lot of NFL draft prospects. I think this follows under that umbrella as well. Because when you start to not really regulate it with government, officials, but you're regulating it through contracts of NILs and all that, that then has the players saying, maybe I should go to the NFL because I'm not getting the same amount of money I am in college.
Right.
But that's only to the universities that have the boosters that say, you know what, I'm done funding this.
Well, Troy Aikman came out about the quarterback at UCLA. Was it Dante Moore? Went from UCLA to Oregon. Is that the one?
Yep.
And Troy's like, I gave all this money, did not get a thank you, did not get whatever. And then he left. And then he goes, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing. Are you well versed to speak about this Washington quarterback thing?
Not well versed, but I know of the subject. So didn't he collect the NIL money and leave Washington? Is that what I'm gathering?
Yeah, but did he sign something?
I believe it was
It's so confusing. I'm like, what the? Just give me tell it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Right.
Right. Explain it to me that way.
Let's see here. Washington quarterback hits the portal despite signing a deal with Washington University.
University of Washington.
Yeah, University of Washington, excuse me. Let's see here. Just talk amongst yourselves real fast.
That's like when somebody said, what's the final score of the Preds game? Oh, they won 3-6. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not your friend anymore.
6-3.
I am not. If you give me the backward score, I'm not your friend anymore. Hey, the Dodgers win. Oh, they won 2-9.
Yeah, no.
I'm not your friend.
I know.
Okay.
Just know this. The lazy eye can cross things, so just remember that.
Don't blame it on that.
I'm not double lazy-eyed. Let's see. It says he agreed to return to the Huskies for the 2026 season, but has also entered the transfer portal. So, and this was as of Tuesday, so to yesterday.
But did he get money?
I'm looking.
I read somewhere that he got money and he's not giving it back. It's so confusing. But you're entering the transfer portal, but I'm staying. You know what made me laugh? There's a lineman, and I think he was at Kansas, said, I'm entering the transfer portal. Here's the 5 schools I'm looking at. And one of the schools he looked at was Kansas. Like, he put his own school where he is on the board. I'm like, what is going on with this? Oh, you found it?
Yeah, it says here Washington quarterback Williams Jr. recently signed a 1-year, roughly $4 million revenue sharing deal with the Huskies, but is trying to enter the transfer portal at the same time, causing a major dispute with the school, considering it is a binding contract preventing his departure, according to Yahoo Sports. So,
that is just unbelievable.
That's a yikes moment.
All right, we'll take a break. You have a Lane Kiffin topic that I find very interesting. All this go. By the way, Charlie Weiss Jr. is going to coach in the game, and then another coach, and the 4 coaches out are 4 coaches that
graduate assistants.
Yeah, and one co-offensive coordinator who doesn't call the plays. So I don't know why they gave him that title. But I'm interested in your Kiffin take because I think this is all. Look, I don't care. He's making $100 million.
Right.
This is all imploding around him. And somebody's coming out of this looking awesome. So I want to get your take on that. All right, this is the Chase and Big Joe show brought to you by we'll talk. Steven, don't go anywhere. We'll come right back. This is Chase and Big Joe show brought to you by the Omni National Hotel right here on 102.5 The Game. Here we go. Man. All right, welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe show right here on 102.5 The Game. Chase off today. Well, he's not off. He's down giving a speech downtown on cloud storage and architecture. And Dr. Crane is sitting in. Brando behind the glass. If I was a bodybuilder, I'd come out to that song.
Who wouldn't, right?
If I'm a body, isn't that funny? If I was a bodybuilder,
I mean, you kind of are.
I really am.
You do,
right?
yeah.
Huge, just huge. I got to get rid of the carbs though. Welcome back to the show again. Really thankful Terry McCormick today. We had Dave Becker on, Charlie Becker's father, the great wide receiver in Indiana. Plus, you guys are great with all the interaction. Before we get to Dr. Crane and Lane Kiffin's take, let's go back to the phone line. Steven, welcome in. Do you have more on the Bama transfer guy?
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me on. Yes. The transfer I believe you're talking about was Caden Proctor, the offensive lineman.
Yes.
Because he's from Iowa. He was committed to Iowa. Nick Saban flipped him to Alabama. And then after his freshman year, Saban retired. Caden Proctor transferred to Iowa for about a week and then decided to come back after Alabama got Kalen DeBoer.
Did he refuse to give the money back? Did he get some money?
I'm not sure about the whole NIL deal. I think he was kind of homesick, but then realized Alabama was a better football location for him than Iowa.
All right, good. Caden Proctor. Steven, thank you, Bubba. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Sir, y'all take care.
All right, thank you. I never said we were smart. We just throw things out there, and our lovely listeners always end up saving our tail. 615-737-1025. All right, the Lane Kiffin part of this. Yeah. Before we start, I think Charlie Weiss Jr. has solidified himself as a damn good man. Those kids at Ole Miss love him, and I'm pretty sure. I just think Kiffin's like, well, I need you here. He did fly back. They had some quarterback came in at LSU, some commitment that they were trying to get, and back and forth. But the fact he's sticking with this, I think this is a good. I think it's because I think he's a good man.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
And like you mentioned before, he might be setting himself up something in the future.
Yeah,
like that is the big thing for it. And also too, like that Ole Miss staff. And you made a great point for the break. Those graduate assistants aren't doing much. They're not moving the needle for a lot of these players.
Sure,
you got to remember that. But as to the Lane Kiffin aspect of all this, boy, oh boy, has this, I think, may have backfired in his face a little bit on the surface for right now. The fact that your former team is in the college football playoff semifinal and they're just trucking along without you, that's one thing. Right. The other thing is the transfer portal. Well, we've all seen how the transfer portal can change programs. Obviously, Indiana is one of them. Vanderbilt's another. You look at right now, they have 26 outgoing transfers, according to 24/7 Sports.
LSU does?
LSU does.
Well, I thought he was the greatest thing ever, right? I thought Lane Kiffin was the best.
We all thought that, right? And look, I'd say for sure one of them that he lost was, I'd say it's a big loss. It's a 4-star offensive tackle. Guess where he went, Joe?
Is that the Ole Miss guy?
Bingo. Yeah. Went to Ole Miss. And the fact that you go look at Ole Miss's page, they only have 3 to 4 transfers transferring out. They have more people coming in than there is going out.
Right.
Which is a great thing to have in the world of college football. You have a surplus of something. And whereas Lane Kiffin doesn't. And the guys that he is bringing in, Lane Kiffin that is, bringing them in from G5 schools, he has probably like 1 or 2 or 3, Power 4 players here and there. But the fact that they're G5 guys that are 3-star recruits, maybe they're the cream of the crop at the G5 level, but that doesn't get it done at LSU. And I'm sure there are LSU fans out there thinking, well, it's Lane Kiffin. He always tends to build things from the bottom up. He'll be able to do this. Now, this guy is going to manipulate this program once again like he has done everywhere else, and he is probably going to make LSU fans a little bit more frustrated than they were with Brian Kelly.
I'm with you, man. And look, he went to LSU. Why did he go to LSU and take the money out of that? Why did he go to LSU and not stay at Ole Miss? Because he thought he could
win a national championship there.
Right?
And look at your team right now.
One win away from competing for the national championship.
And because of that, Joe, you've been on this train of Ole Miss this, Ole Miss that. They're the team of misfit toys, the abandoned children at the adoption center.
Yep.
I'm kind of on the same page a little bit. As a Mississippi State fan, I don't really want to say, hey, go T-Sun. Go do your thing.
Yeah.
I will say, do have a little bit of affiliation. A buddy of mine I played high school ball with is on staff there. So Shout out to them.
You can
So
say his name.
Jay Shoup, Bob Shoup's son. So yeah, he's done a good job over there with Ole Miss. Proud of that guy.
And look, I like Miami. I like that's because nobody wanted him in. Stay out. Nobody wants you in, and they're just wrecking havoc.
Yeah.
But this Ole Miss story is wonderful.
And the fact that Trinidad Chambliss is applied for a 6th year because of his time with the D2 school, and I think it was granted, right?
I think he's waiting to hear.
Waiting. Okay.
I do not think it should be allowed.
But if it is allowed and he does stay at Ole Miss, imagine that. Because look, he has the opportunity to have another year, and instead of going with the Lane train, he'd stay at Ole Miss. Imagine that. In a world of college football where it's already at a disarray, and you add that to the equation, it's like Lane Kiffin's diabolical plan is backfiring on him in his face.
And I love it because Saban was like, he should be allowed to coach at Ole Miss. Shut up, Nick. Just shut up. And I'm glad they said no. And then McAfee told him, he's like, Bob Chesney going from James Madison to UCLA.
It's different.
Far different than Kiffin going to coach your rival. Let him stay there by recruiting. No, you don't want to be here. That's my thing. You don't want to be here. Go. Take care. We don't need you around.
And I'll say this, if he did coach in that Georgia-Ole Miss matchup, they would have lost that game.
Probably. Guy's never won anything in his life.
Yeah.
But he's making all the money. I don't care. You know what's funny? Quick story. The guy one time I was talking to, and his buddy is like a multimillionaire. And he kept on and on. I said, look, man, at the end of the day, it comes down to one thing. He's like, yeah, what is it? I'm like, can your friend, yes or no, whip my ass? You can laugh.
Yeah, that's great.
He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, at the end of the day, can your friend whip my ass? He's like, probably not. And I said, then I don't care how much money he's got.
Exactly.
I do not care how much money you have. Are you a good person? You open the door for the sweet old lady going to the grocery store, right? You helping the guy who's broke down change his tire? You doing that? I'm all about you, man. But this just talking about, and this guy may be listening. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Can you not whip my ass? I don't care how much money you got.
It's like that Roy D. Mercer video. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'll come down there and I'll whip your ass. That's exactly.
How big of a boy are you?
Exactly. Yeah. Great videos.
Then I'm not putting out there like I'm some, mighty G.I. Joe. I'm just telling you, I get tired of hearing he's got a lot of money. He's got the cars he's got. Great. Can he whip my ass? That's the bottom line.
Money can't buy you.
If you can't, even better. I hope so, right?
Yep.
I don't care about it. So Kiffin going to LSU, making all. I don't care. I love the fact that Ole Miss go away. We're going to do this, and I think it's a great story. And I'm telling you right now, everybody's rooting for a lot of people rooting for Ole Miss. Even your Mississippi State fans. Yeah. I got friends that are diehard Auburn fans who hate Ole Miss. They're like, we're rooting for him because of Lane Kiffin.
Isn't that crazy? The fact that one guy can change the tune of hundreds of thousands of college football fans. That's what blows my mind a little bit.
It was. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back next. We're going to topic. It wasn't our question of the day, but we want to get into it about being a referee. Right? There was a thing happened last night, Auburn and Texas A&M. There was a last-second buzzer beater by Auburn that was way off, and people went crazy on the refs. And we'll get in that. Would you not be a ref? Also, our question of the day, and you guys are great with this, where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky? We have a ton of responses. Dr. Crane will read those. I had a friend come to town and said, I didn't know where the best wings are. And I didn't know what to answer him. We've got a lot of responses because you guys are fantastic. Where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky? Let us know. 615-737-1025. This is the Chase and Big Joe Show, brought to you by the Omni Nashville Hotel right here on 1025 The Game. All right, welcome back to the final hour of the Chase and Big Joe show here at 102.5 The Game, brought to you by the Omni Nashville Hotel. Just heard from Chase McCabe. His speech to a packed house downtown went well. The guy's amazing. Just to understand LinkedIn cloud, and getting the certification on cloud
It's
storage.
a process. It's almost like
architecture.
getting a master's degree almost.
Yeah. Right? So because of that, Dr. Crane's in studio. Brando behind the glass. Brando, what's your favorite movie you were ever in as an actor, Brando? Godfather on the waterfront?
Yeah, I think The Godfather has to be up there. It's just such a long list if you go down the IMDb. So it's tough. It depends on the day.
Can you name me another movie that Marlon Brando was in that we did not mention?
Star Wars.
He was not in Star Wars. He was in the original. He was in the original Superman. He's Superman's father.
Oh.
Wasn't Superman Jor-El or Kal-El or something like that? And he was Superman's. I'm having a deja vu right now, man. It's weird. All right, he was in Superman.
See, this is why I
Did you
love
talk about it
filling in,
earlier?
because I feel like I always learn something that I didn't know when I first walked in.
Well, you
and I
learn.
walk out with more knowledge than I had.
You learn what not to do. What's Superman's dad's name? Kal-El, Jor-El. It's one of the two.
Are you naming types of draft beers? Pale ale?
It's a real. Look it up. Superman's name. What's
Oh.
Superman's dad's name?
I know it's Clark Kent. That's Superman, but it's
That's his
Superman's dad.
name when he landed in Smallville. But what's his
His dad's name is
Superman's real name is?
Hang on, Jonathan Kent is what it says.
No, his
not
real
right.
dad. That's his adopted dad.
I'm looking, man. Jor-El, yeah, that's right.
That's his dad.
Jor-El, yeah.
And then Superman is Kal-El.
Sure.
Kal-El.
It doesn't come up that way, Joe. Oh, yes, it does. I see it now. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't say you were wrong.
I'm always right. All right. So our question again, keep the wings things coming in. We'll get to that. But last night, Auburn appeared to beat Texas A&M in a buzzer beater, and he had a 3-pointer, but they waved it off. Said it was after the clock went out, and there's all this going on, and the refs just got, hell rained down upon them last night. And we were talking like, would you want to be a ref? My answer used to be no. Now that I'm getting, oh, is that your phone? No, I hear something.
I heard laughing. Did you hear laughing?
Maybe it's the voices in your head.
I don't do drugs.
Maybe
though.
Terry McCormick called back again. I don't know what happened. But now as I'm getting older and I want more confrontation, I want to be a ref.
No, you don't.
So would you want to be a referee?
I've been a referee. I don't want to be a referee again.
What did you do?
I was like a children's soccer referee from like ages 6 through.
You were a ref at 6?
No, I wasn't. It was for that age group. I think it was ages 6 through 10.
Okay.
So it was like 4-year age gap there. Holy cow. The parents. It's your typical soccer moms and soccer dads that come up with their hot coffee and it's super cold outside. And I'm over here with the whistle around my neck and I don't have the stripes on. I just have a regular shirt that has like whatever affiliation I was with. And they said, hey, we're going to play on this field here. I had to direct the parents like, your kids are playing on field 3. They're on field 2, all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the game started, obviously I'm the one that blows the whistle to start the game. And then if the ball goes out of bounds, I have to dictate which team gets the ball. And then I would say this team gets the ball. You'll get a few chirps here and there from the family saying, hey, that's off the green team. No, it was not off the green team. It was off the yellow team. And then they go back and forth bickering with you. I'm like, look, those parents out there that always try to start a fight and they're the ones that get thrown out of the game and not the kid. That's what I don't want to be, that referee. But I was pretty close to that. And I was telling you before the show today, one of the coaches was my former high school English teacher. So
Did he try to fight you too?
Didn't try to fight me, but there were some choice calls that I made that did not go in his team's favor. And that's what led to the whole point of, hey, man, what's up with that? What's up with that call? I'm like, look, I'm just calling the game. I don't get paid a lot. It's like I get paid $25 a game. All right. I did like 6 games that day. So just pick on somebody your own size.
Yeah.
I'm shorter than everybody. Pick on somebody that's 6'2".
Yeah.
About it. But a great guy, though. Great guy.
Okay.
Nothing bad to say about him at all.
Well, let's call him up.
No. Oh my goodness. He's a phenomenal person.
Evidently it doesn't sound like he is.
He is a phenomenal person.
The fact that he tried to fight a former student.
Did not try to fight a former student. It's just that when you're a parent, you want to protect your kids at all costs. I'm not a parent, but I assume you'd do the same thing, right?
I would, but if it's a wrong call, it's a wrong call.
Again, that's the predicament I was put in, and it was not the wrong call.
Well, no, but if the call is right and it goes against my son or whomever,
Yeah.
I'm good because I'm a mature adult.
Well, there are parents that sit there
Right.
with their other toddlers and they don't see the same way.
So I had to referee a basketball game. I did one a couple years ago with our buddy Nick Barris, but I did one. It's a celebrity referees. It was between two organizations here, and I was calling fouls. And one of the guys got so mad. He's like, "I want to meet you after the game." And I'm like, "I'm going to go eat and sit my fat ass in the bleachers because I'm tired. If you want to meet after that, I'll be happy to meet you." And he waited and he waited and he finally left. And I'm thinking, this is just, and I was like, I don't need this. But now I'm like, I want to be a part of this. I want to be the confrontation. No, nobody gets everything correct. I understand all that. But the fact that it's still a problem with, and there's a Twitter feed and a Facebook page, Instagram about referees, about parents who lose their mind on this. And you go look at that and you're like, what in the world? Like travel ball? You travel ball parents? Oh man, I'd be swinging.
I was a part of that group. That was me. I was a travel ball kid.
You were arguing with the refs?
I wasn't, but there were parents that were a part of that. Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
All right. You'll get a funny joke out of this. It's just a funny kick out of it. The one person, Landon Hobbs, one of my best friends, we played summer ball together, and his father, Johnny, they were just sitting, watching the game.
Right.
The only person that brought a newspaper and kicked his feet up against the fence said, just play ball, and just worried about nothing. He watched, when Landon was up to bat, threw the ball here and there, went back to his newspaper.
So he wasn't a ref. He was just watching.
Right. He was just one of those parents that did not really.
Okay.
He cared, but not to that nth degree.
Yeah.
Like wanting to argue with the umpire.
I just saw the thing last night when you got 15,000 people who are mad at you because, and look, it kind of looked like he got it off before the shot. It was a hell of a shot too.
Point two.
Yeah, and Auburn looks like they beat A&M, but they all went to the review and everything, and it just got there. I was like, that's 15,000 people.
Is there not like a New York system like with the NFL? They don't have that with the NCAA. Like they can go review that in New York.
I think they do. I think they could call back someplace in Charlotte or somewhere where
they dropped the ball on that one.
The thing is, remember the review, the ACC, they take you inside.
That's right.
And those kids were eating pizza.
Yeah.
And like hanging out on a Friday night. And I forget what game it was, a big game. Like
ACC tournament, wasn't it?
This was football. It might have been like Georgia Tech and Georgia.
Oh, they said basketball. Okay.
This was a football game a year ago. And they take you inside. There was a big play in the game. And I don't remember what game it was. And they're eating pizza and they realize they're on camera and they all like, oh, we need to, it looks like we're involved. But wasn't there, what league does a discussion between, you can hear the audio between the corporate.
Is it the Big 12?
You could hear the conversation. I thought it was the ACC. You could hear the conversation between the ref and the control center, the nerve center that does that. And I'm like, man, this is really, really good. The transparency to all this was really, really
ACC.
good. ACC.
Yep.
They do football and basketball?
It says they have a centralized control center during the instant replay review. It is groundbreaking. The ACC is using this. Began airing it in real time. Audio discussions between on-field referee and in-stadium replay official. The official is in the control center during the selective games.
I'd be fired after the first review.
Yep.
I'd be like, this coach over here, I'm going to smack him or whatever and dropping F-bombs. I'd be done.
Yeah. I don't think I would last not even a game,
and
maybe a quarter.
It'd be like, how big of a boy are you?
About 300-400.
I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna come down there and talk to you?
Yeah, it was something about his showing how big his back seat was to his wife or something like that. I thought that was hilarious. He goes, "I'll come down there and I'll whip you up inside down the head," something like that. He goes, "How big a boy are you?" I'm about 300-400.
Didn't he pass away last year?
Yeah, unfortunately, he did. Yeah, He was a radio host in Kansas, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that. Yeah. Roy D. Mercer.
Yeah, that was his stage name when it came to these little.
Every one of those calls, classic.
They're gold.
Every one of them.
Did you call me cute?
How big of a boy are you?
Yeah.
All right, that's great. All right, I just want to get that off my chest because I'm just thinking the referees are still, there's a shortage of them, and you know why, and you see why, and you got to work hand in hand with that, man. You got to have to figure it out.
I mean, there's a reason why you see here in the Middle Tennessee area that you're playing games on Thursday nights, sometimes on Wednesdays. Normally, when I was in high school, JV games were played on Thursday nights. Now those games are being moved to Monday night, Tuesday night, when they can find a chain gang, which normally is the people that are on, I guess, the roster that are playing freshman ball or whatever that is. They run the chain gang, and then you find some CSSAA referees that can come to a JV game. I feel like, unfortunately, because there's such a shortage, that might go away a little bit. I don't know. That's just my hunch.
I'd be throwing the flag on unsportsmanlike all the time if some assistant coach is giving me.
You kidding me? I'm the opposite. If there's a shortage of referees, I ain't throwing a single flag out there. That clock keeps ticking, buddy.
No, man.
Everybody gets a paycheck.
I got it. And some of the, you have 7 refs in football. Some high schools only got 5 because of the shortage.
Well, I've also realized too with doing high school football this year that some games have the full crew. Some other games don't have the full crew. Some have the line judge. Some don't have the line judge. So it's interesting.
Yeah, it is a whole new world. That's never good. There's never going to be an answer for that. That's perfect. All right, we'll get back to our question of the day. Oh, okay. Hold on. We got a call. Holy cow. Mike from Gallatin weighing in. Mike, before the buzzer too, buddy. What's happening?
Hey, guys, not much. Hey, so I volunteer for the last 3 years at the Gallatin Little League doing softball. And honest to God, the parents that 10U softball think that they got the next Shohei Ohtani on their team already. There's a mom who's sitting on the third baseline on the third tier with a radar gun trying to clock her daughter's throwing pitches and is arguing balls and strikes with me from the third baseline at an angle she can't even see. It's honestly equal parts embarrassing and hilarious at the same time. It's to the point where, like, she was bugging me so much, I tossed my clicker to her and I said, "Come on back. I'm getting paid the same amount. If you want to do my job, knock yourself out."
How much do you engage with parents who do that, Mike?
You know what? With that particular parent, it got to a point where, because I was literally umpiring this game by myself, because usually it's either a 2-person group at most with like a local little league, or I'm getting paired with like a 15-year-old kid or something else like that. So I'm behind the plate and I'm by myself. So I've learned the best thing I can do is try to like joke and or rib back at them at least a little bit to try to get them to understand that like I'm a chill guy as long as you're not going to antagonize me.
Right.
But the radar gun strike ball lady got on my nerves so much, you had to just go to the coach and just be like, "Hey, I need you to get her to chill out, or I'm going to have to kick her out."
I got a question for you. If you're solo umpiring, do you have to haul tail down the first base to make the call?
Hell no.
All right, good, because I'm not.
No, I'm not. We get paid. Don't get me wrong, but like I will get into the best position that I possibly can. And if there's a close play at the plate, which 10U, you're not getting that. You're lucky if you get any balls caught, let alone anything else at 10-year-old base softball. But I tell them straight up, I see what I can see. I'm going to call it what it is. If you don't like it, again, come volunteer and help out your local little league.
Have you ever had to eject a parent?
Once.
And what was that?
We had a parent who was at a baseball game that was around my son's level. We're talking about 6U. He went to the sideline of the player and was calling one of the little kids that was rounding the base who was trying to run around the shortstop. He basically was making inappropriate, like, special joke, if you will, at the kid. He's lucky. We talked him out of the game for his own safety because he was lucky he didn't get jumped on the sidelines by the parents of the little kid. It's 6 years old. Come on, man.
Have you ever been followed to the parking lot?
No, me personally, no.
Okay.
No, I like to think I'm the chill. I'm the chill ump. Some of these 15-year-olds who don't know what they're doing, they're the ones that seem to get more flack. I'm the adult in the situation.
I love it, Mike. Thanks for doing that, buddy. You make a difference. Appreciate you.
Yep, 100%. Thanks, guys.
All right, Mike calling in.
Great guy.
You go. We need more Mikes in the world.
You're right. We do need
Except
more
we don't need a Mike to coach the Titans.
No.
We've had McCoy, Vrabel, Malarkey, Munchak.
Enough mics.
Enough mics to coach the Titans.
I mean, I'll have a Mike and Ike. Those are pretty good.
Those are good. You had a question earlier about Amy Adams Strunk.
Yeah.
What is her sales pitch to the next head coach?
Yeah, Joe. Like, say if you're Amy Adams Strunk,
hold it to the break.
You got it, buddy.
I like that. That's a lot of good topics today.
Hey,
we let you out of your little cocoon. You come in and you make a big difference today.
I'm gonna get a grade. They don't do A, B, and C in kindergarten. It goes E for excellent. So there you go.
Do they give you I mean, when do we not? Is it all pass and fail? I mean, come on.
Essentially. Look, if you're gluing on a puzzle piece on a piece of paper and it's backwards, they're still going to give you an E.
Really?
Yeah.
I put you in timeout. All right, we'll come back. This is the Chase and Big Joe show right here. Brought to the Omni Nashville Hotel, 102.5 The Game. Meow, meow.
Chase and Big Joe show here on 102.5 The Game. Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier alongside Big Joe Dubin and Brandon Bigsby behind the board. Yeah, talking a little bit about the Titans before the break there, Joe, and we kind of chatted about this before the show as well. If you were Amy Adams Strunk, okay, what would your sales pitch be to the next Titans head coach?
That's an absolutely perfect question. I don't You got a good young quarterback, new stadium next year.
What's the cost of living, Joe? Where can I buy a nice house?
I think to a guy making $3 million a year, it still matters. So that's a good question. Great place for kids, school. I mean, but it's
Where can I get a good breakfast, Joe? Tell me, please.
She doesn't know that.
Where can I buy a nice Mercedes Benz?
Nick Saban's a little deal out by the airport.
Do you know Nick Saban? You think Gibbon cut me a deal?
I don't think so. I don't know what her sales pitch. It'd be like a new stadium. Like Amy Adams' sales pitch to the new coach is like, hey, we're moving to a new stadium in 27. We got all this money to spend on the cap. You got Jeffrey Simmons, who this guy on the radio wants to get rid of. I think that's your sales pitch.
But it's cold in the winter. I could go to Arizona. It'd be 65.
Arizona sucks. We all know this.
Okay.
Most hapless franchise ever. What's your sales pitch there, buddy?
My sales pitch, if I were Amy Adams Strunk, this is what you got to do.
All right.
One, take them out to dinner, okay, at a nice establishment. You got to really fine dine them here, all right? Take them out to a nice steakhouse.
Jimmy Kelly's?
Yeah, you can do Jimmy Kelly's. Okay. Get the little pancake, little things they give you for an appetizer. That'd be great.
Okay.
Then the following day, say, hey, you know what? You want to see a little more of Tennessee? Go on a nice little Jack Daniels tour. Do that for a day. I mean, I'll treat them like they're family because that's exactly what this is.
Okay.
If you're a Tennessee Titans head coach, you're going to be treated like family and not just your little.
This is your sales pitch?
Give me some time here.
Okay.
You take them around Tennessee, get the true essence of what Nashville and also the greater areas of Tennessee are. And you bring them back to Nashville and say, look, you see that building right there? That is your new stadium. That is where you're going to have a Super Bowl over up into the rafters. You have 2 or 3, maybe 4, depending on how long you want to be successful here. If you only want to be successful here for a year, that's fine. But you know what? We want you here for the long haul. You know, John Harbaugh was up in Baltimore for 18 years or 18 seasons, that is. We want you here for 20. That's
your sales pitch.
Yeah. I mean, you got to give a little more compassion to it, you know?
Are you going to give him the Rand Carthon entire staff gives him a round of applause when he walks into the building?
We're not going to do the applause thing. We're not going to do the we hunt together, whatever that is. That's bull crap. I'm here for you. I'm not here for the team. I'm not here for this. I'm here for you so you can build this thing from the ground up.
Then I'd be like to my agent, get me out of here. This lady is weird.
I mean, that's what they all say, right?
I want to know you got a good young quarterback. You got a lot of money to spend, and you got a brand new stadium. What more do you need? And we're going to pay you well. Well, do I have control? Well, I mean, that's
up to Mike.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. All right, to the phones, Clay, 615-737-1025. Clay, let's talk about the Titans. Clay, what's happening, man?
Big Joe.
Oh, no. What's up, man?
Dr. Crane, I think you need to take Big Joe to task a little bit. Big Joe, I wish you a Merry Christmas with no response.
I sent you back one. I called you. And you said I'm in the middle of a drive right now. I can't talk. I'm like, well, Merry Christmas to you, buddy.
Hey, do you guys think I keep hearing Jeff Nagy, is going to be the new coach.
Matt Nagy?
Do y'all think
Matt
Nagy. I'm sorry. Do y'all think that's ultimately who it's going to be?
100% because of his relationship with Matt Borgonzi.
Feels like it.
Well, sounds like Amy hopefully is going to stay the heck out of the way maybe a little bit. What do you think?
What's that thing? Does a leopard change its spots or something and stripes or whatever? No, I don't think she can.
What zoo you going to?
The zoo you.
Joe, you're my hero.
Vincent Price. Well, say hello to Dr. Crane over here.
Dr. Crane's my boy now.
How we doing, Clay? Good to hear from you, buddy. Yeah, I'm on the same camp with that, man. I think it'll be either Matt Nagy or a high contending candidate.
What do you think? What do you guys think is going to happen with John Harbaugh now that he's unemployed?
I think he takes a year off, does a little TV, relaxes. Unless the Raiders can make him an offer, you got the number 1 pick in the draft. You get to work with Tom Brady. That's enticing.
Where's my donuts, Big Joe?
Are you listening on like a satellite delay? What's going on over there?
No.
Why haven't you brought?
You lost.
Why haven't you brought
lost the
donuts?
bet.
No, I did
You
lose
lost
a
the
bet.
bet.
All right. I did, but you promised us donuts once a month. We haven't seen you in 5 months.
I think the weekend before Thanksgiving.
You come down the Omni and you're on your speakerphone the whole time. Wow, we gotta shush you down. You coming down tomorrow?
Will you be at the Omni tomorrow?
We will. 12 to 3 at
I
Bar
will
Lines.
be there. I will be there. Chase will probably call security.
As he should. Well, you got any drives today?
No, sir.
Okay.
Just hanging out.
Love it, man. Wait, you got a big wait. Are you back on campus at Vanderbilt? What's the resolution here?
We're working towards that.
That means no.
That means I think I'm going to be in by football season.
What about tonight? There's a big game on campus tonight.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. For those that don't know, Clay's on the phone. He's been banned from all Vanderbilt activities because he flipped off a basketball player on the court 8 years ago. Can you not like wear a wig and show up and like paint your nails and go over there and be somebody else? They wouldn't know.
I'm trying to stay in Candace's good graces there, Big Joe.
They won't know. If you could put on a wig like Mrs. Roper, nobody would know that's you.
I will be at Sam's, maybe having an adult beverage.
All right. We miss you, buddy.
See you, boys.
Thanks, Clay. How about that? Hey, there is a big game tonight.
Hey, how about that?
There is a big game tonight. Vandy takes on Alabama. It's a 13-11 matchup. It's exactly what everybody wants.
Is Vandy still undefeated?
Both are. Women's and men's.
It's pretty good. That's a good little Vanderbilt basketball team.
Yeah. If anybody knows out there, I've been curious the last couple of weeks. When's the last time Vandy's men's and women's team have both been undefeated going into conference play?
Oh, I don't know. Didn't they both win a conference game already?
I know, but I'm just saying before conference play.
I have no. I like basketball. Not until March.
It's fair.
Right. I mean, the tournament is so good, but I think Vanderbilt, I know they're good, and Mark Byington's a hell of a coach. I love Memorial Gym might be my favorite college basketball gym in the world.
Memorial Magic.
Because the benches piss everybody off. And it should go back, right? No. I mean, that's what makes it unique, right?
Yeah, and I love how the student section is level with the playing grounds, which is awesome. So you're just slapping the floor like it's your table.
I like it. And I'm glad the game is at 8 and not 6. I'm so tired of these 6 o'clock games. For TV purpose, I don't like it. I got kids. I got to get them ready, homework, and we get over there. Traffic's a mess. Much easier at 7 or 8.
Yeah, when I was a kid, one of my buddies, his dad had season tickets to Vandy basketball, and there was a 6 o'clock game. I remember he picked us up in the pickup line at school, and we drove all the way down to West End, had Wendy's, and then after that, we went to the game. I had a lot of homework. Got home at 9 o'clock in this 4th grade. Did homework till 11.
Yeah, that much homework?
I mean,
Catholic school.
Yeah.
My son brought him all that homework to him. I'm like, just don't do it. I'm kidding.
Then the teacher looks at you like, hey, where's your
Dad
homework?
said no. Yeah, that's terrible. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll revisit our question of the day and need your responses. Finish strong here. Where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee? A friend of mine came to town, said, hey, Joe, I need to go. I'm hungering for wings. Where's the best wings? And I was like, I really don't know. But you guys have been great. Where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky? Let us know.
Got a lot on the response here.
All right, good. 615-737-1025. 615-737-1025. The Chase and Big Joe Show brought to you by the Omni Nashville Hotel on 1025 The Game. How many times you seen this movie?
Easily 30 times.
Right?
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John, God rest her soul, but in this scene, stunning.
Better shape up, Joe.
Been trying to since 1987. Still haven't gotten close. Welcome back to the Chasing Big Joe show. As we wrap up the show, love the interaction. You guys are wonderful today. Jason McCabe off, Dr. Crane in, Brando behind the board back there. All right, our question of the day was, where are the best wings in Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky? And you guys, again, are just amazing. Thank you for all the responses and the phone calls. We still have a ton on our text line, and Dr. Crane's going to attempt to read those if I don't interrupt him.
No, it's okay. You're good. There's one that's Got Wings off Gallatin Pike. So
Got Wings?
Yeah, Got Wings, GHOT. Got Wings.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that. Thanks, Ricky, for that one. Obviously, there's one. Best Wings was Hillwood Pub off Charlotte. He said now, couldn't tell you. So, yeah, Hillwood Pub. That's a good shout out there.
Is Hillwood Pub even around?
I don't.
They shut down about a year ago. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
We need current places.
Yeah,
but thank you for
he
that.
just wanted a shout out, is what it was. Somebody said, hands down, KFC's original flat wings recipe. The drumsticks are not the way to go, but the sideways is the way to go.
What do you mean sideways?
Like, yeah, I was telling you earlier, you have the flats and the drumsticks. The flats are the one with the more flavor. In my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. So this guy's on the same page with
All
that.
right.
Let's see stuff about referees. Let's see. Cats. It's doesn't have a location, but Cats has really good wings.
Cats was a okay, never mind. Cats was a gentleman's establishment
Well, see,
a long time ago. That's
I'm
not your fault.
Exactly.
There might actually be a Cat's Wings place around.
Interesting. All right. Other one is Strike and Spare Bowling Center has some good wings.
Wait, which one?
Just says Strike and
Okay.
Spare. Yeah, doesn't have a location. Let's see. Everybody's all on the Martin's barbecue wings. They love those. Everyone's agreeing with that. The smoked dry rub is fantastic. The drum is better. Never mind. They're saying that for flats is lazy people that eat those, and the drumsticks are the ones that have more flavor. I disagree.
Drumsticks are easier to handle, right?
Yeah, but look, there's a way to do the flats. You basically pinch off the back part of it and you press it down.
Nobody's doing that.
But you're just able to just take it down in one bite.
Nobody's doing that. I'm not working for my food.
You're not working for your food. You're able to get all the meat off in one bite, whereas you have to do the drumstick. You have to eat it in little parcels, twist it here and there. It's like you're eating a lollipop.
Who does that?
It's like a meat lollipop. Nobody wants to eat a meat
We must
lollipop.
have different. My friends devour wings. We must have different friends. By the way, like lobsters and crab, when you got to crack the. I'm not fighting that.
It's like whatchamacallit, the little small things for Mardi Gras. The
king cake?
No, not king cake. The
strippers?
No. They're like the mud crabs, whatever you call them. Oh my goodness.
Crawfish.
Crawfish, thank you. My goodness.
Another thing. Now, my son-in-law makes great crawfish, but I'm like, I'm not fighting the crawfish to eat to get one small part of that. It's great. Great protein.
You're not cooking it though, are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Dude, I do not cook. Only thing I'm good at cooking is bagel bites.
Okay, look.
And I'm telling you, I air fry bagel bites.
You're not cooking
You're
it, man. You're not cooking it. Just eat it.
Eat what?
Crawfish.
But you got to crack them open.
Crack the
You got to get the part of that and spin them around. And all. It takes forever. I'm not fighting my food. That's like with lobster. I'm not fighting. You got to crack it with that little.
No, you don't. You do it with your hands.
Then you get stabbed because the damn thing is sharp.
I'm not.
Then you're bleeding on your crab. So she said. All right, just keep going.
Oh man, my goodness. We have here 4369 Gary's Place in Embers in Spring Hill.
Isn't that SpongeBob's pet, Gary?
Yeah, Gary. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
Gary.
Right. Has the best wings around. Derek from Spring Hill. Thank you, Derek.
I'm writing it down. Gary's. Okay.
Yep. Some guy said my house in Burns, Tennessee. I don't know if that's an establishment or his own place. So
I'm not going to his place, but thanks.
Get a pass on that one.
Right.
So, let's see here.
I saw the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary. I'm not doing that.
Oh man. I mean, I'm trying to skip through all the ones that talk about referees along with Brother Z's. We got to that one. I mentioned Toots in Murfreesboro
earlier.
Yeah.
You like Toots.
I haven't really been there since I was like 7.
You said you worked there.
I did not say I worked at
I
Toots.
said you worked at Toots.
No.
In Murfreesboro.
I did not work at Toots in Murfreesboro.
You said earlier I worked there. They had great wings.
No, somebody said that on the text line. I didn't say that.
Okay. All
Are you
right.
kidding
But
me?
somebody did say that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Toots
Somebody
got
did.
great wings. All right.
I did not say that. No. Let's see. Best Wings is on the west side. at
West Side.
Jefferson's in Fairview. Lisa and Dixon. So shout out to
Okay.
Lisa.
Nice.
Jefferson's does have some pretty good wings. I think a spot I like is 55 South. They have some pretty good wings.
Yeah. Where's that?
It's kind of near Brentwood off Church Street. It's in like their little I guess they have like a bunch of restaurants. There's like a Chinese restaurant. There's the 55 South. There's Blaze Pizza. It's like in a all little strip mall. There was a Nukes there, I think.
55 South.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Okay.
Then they have this like barbecue queso. They put like barbecue bits in it. You dip your what you call it?
Dip your what?
I'm forgetting what it's called. The wings.
Chips?
No, the wings.
Oh, okay.
Dip the wings in
The
there.
family show. Even Brando's back there is like, what did I get
Sorry.
myself into?
My eyeballs are going all over the place. I'm trying to focus on the subject. It's tough, folks. If you have lazy eyes, you'd
Don't
understand.
tell people your problems.
It's not a weakness. It's a sign of a strength.
Is it?
It is, because when you tell someone your weakness, guess what? They don't know what your strength
Now,
is.
lazy eye that you have, is it a
They're in
lack of work ethic or what's the problem
They're
here?
in both eyes.
How do you have two lazy?
I took a screenshot of this and sent it to you, and you're like, I don't believe you. And I was like, oh, now you understand.
Is it just a lack of work ethic on the one lazy eye?
It's hereditary.
not just
No, stigmatism. It's hereditary. Yeah.
okay.
It's in the genes.
Too late. I mean, do you get confused a lot?
Yeah, I do. I see like 4 of everything. So when I watch TV, I just watch it like this.
Really?
I do.
Okay, is there medicine for this?
No, it's called getting a pencil and doing this and strengthening your eyeball. That's all they've told me to do. I don't do it.
God, I mean, I think you'd be a fascinating documentary because I think you're so not only fascinating, but this world you live in.
I mean, I'm just telling you what the doctors tell me. That's all they tell me. Is just get a pencil, take it far from your body, and bring it closer to your eyeball.
Now, half our audience is wrecking their car right now because they're doing that.
Well, just focus on the stoplights. That's all you got to do.
Does this work?
I
You
mean,
don't know.
not really. They also told me to wear an eye patch. I'm not going to be a pirate.
Arrgh.
I'm not going to be a pirate
Please
at
wear
work.
one.
No, not going to do that.
All right, we'll take our final break. We'll come back with America's favorite segment, Celebrity Birthdays, and what day is it? Really, thanks for all the participation today. We love you guys. Thank you always for letting us know what's cool around Middle Tennessee. We'll take another break, our final break. This is the Chase and Big Joe Show brought to you by Omni National Hotel 1025 The Game. All right, hey guys, Big Joe here. Look, we spent a lot of time on the show talking about mental health on our show. We're so grateful for all the men who've reached out in the last few years, but we have a lot of work still to do. We won't rest telling you how better our world is because you are here and you got so much to live for. We're not stopping in 2026. Again, we were just so honored that we've partnered with Unity Psychiatric Care, just a great place right here in Middle Tennessee for you to get well, and it works. Here's all you got to do. Just go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show, and there will be a link to Unity Psychiatric Care. So many have reached out to us. Now we have a great partner that cares about you. And listen, you don't have to go through any of this alone. It's private, it's confidential, and they offer telehealth. And yes, they're based right here in Middle Tennessee. And this is also important. If you've got a loved one who needs to talk and you are worried, you could be that person that changes their world. Just simply go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show tab, and you'll see all the information for Unity Psychiatric Care. Just let you guys know help is just around the corner, and going to therapy changed my life, and I want the same for you. And please understand this. You don't have to go through any of this alone. Simply go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe Show tab, and you'll see all the information you need for Unity Psychiatric Care. All right, welcome back to the final segment of the Chase and Big Joe show right here on 102.5 The Game, brought to you by the Omni Nashville Hotel. Dr. Crane in for Chase, who's off today, and Brando behind the board. So, again, thanks for all the interaction about the best wings in town. Martin's got a lot of play today.
Yeah.
How do you try those wings out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
What are you pausing on over there?
I thought you were queuing up for another spot you were going to toss to.
Uh-uh.
Do you have a favorite spot, or you're really that?
Me? I
yeah.
have no idea.
Hmm.
I felt I let my friend down. I was like, I have no idea. He was at Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm like, that's pretty good, right?
So he looked at you and just discussed.
No, nobody does because they know. I mean, you don't. Nashville's media, darling, right? I mean,
Exactly.
you don't. You just
It's
accept
right over your
is.
shoulder too.
It is. 25 years in a row, man, hands down. All right. With that being said, Brando, are you ready to play celebrity birthdays? It's a privilege and an honor. It's not a right. All right, hit it, brother.
All right. First, we have Distaff Day. I looked up what distaff is. It's a type of spindle or stick. So it's used with
Not like, congratulations to the staff today.
No,
okay.
not like that, Billy Madison.
Right.
Harlem Globetrotters Day is today. Joe got to spin a basketball with the Harlem Globetrotters.
I did. I was so excited.
Little 5-year-old you, huh?
Yep.
Let's see. I'm not going to take it anymore day. So there you go. Stand up. Stick it to the man. Cleosis.
What are you not going to take anymore?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll have to answer that another day.
All right.
International Programmers Day is today. National Bobblehead Day. Hey, mentioned that on Local on Tuesday when you were on.
They did mention that.
You should get a bobblehead.
No, nobody wants that.
Okay.
Trust me, nobody wants that.
National Old Rock Day. So those rock sanctuaries. Shout out to those. National Pass Gas Day is today. And National Tempura Day. It's like tempura chicken. Yeah.
Thanks. I don't know what that was.
I'm just making sure. And then to wrap it up, Orthodox Christmas Day is today.
Or why is it so late?
Actually, it's considered old Christmas, January 7th, because the Epiphany was yesterday.
Oh, you're so smart, man. All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Let's do this. Got to get these within two. This segment brought to you by possibly you, together at Cromwell.com. Our first birthday, Father Ryan graduate, Lou Graham. How old is Lou Graham? Dr. Crane, you go first.
He's up there.
Oh, that's nice.
In a good way. 86.
He's up there.
82.
He is 88 years old. So, Dr. Crane, you get on the board.
All right.
As rude as you are, you got on the board.
That was not rude.
All right. There you go. I got you down as Chase on my list here.
That's all right.
All right, Brando, you go first. Former Bears linebacker, Panthers head coach, Commanders head coach, Ron Rivera.
Ron Rivera, let's go 62.
Riverboat Ron. 60.
He is 64. So Brando's on the board. 1-1. Dr. Crane, Alfonso Soriano.
54.
60.
He is 50. Brando, Lewis Hamilton.
Ooh, Lewis Hamilton.
From the Broadway show Hamilton.
Let's go 34.
It's an F1 driver, Joe. I don't know if you got those guys mixed up or not. Drives for Mercedes, if I'm not mistaken.
I get it, pal.
I know. I like messing with you. You said 34? I'm going to go
34.
32.
41. Dr. Crane, former Major League Baseball pitcher Eric Gagne.
63.
58.
50. Brando, Lamar Jackson.
Oh, Lamar Jackson, 29.
28.
He is 29 exactly. Brando with the double duty, up 3-1. Dr. Crane, Ozzy plays for the Braves.
Albies?
Albies.
Ozzy Albies. Can you pronounce that again?
IBS.
I think that's a bowel thing going on.
Yeah. I'm sorry. How old is Ozzy with the bowel problem?
Ozzy Albies is.
Sorry.
I'm going to go 29.
Gosh, that's what I was going to say. So I'll go 28.
28 exactly. Brando's up 5-1. All right, Brando, your turn. Kenny Loggins, the dad of Yacht Rock.
Ooh, Kenny Loggins. 72.
74.
78. Dr. Crane, Katie Couric.
I'm going to go 43.
67.
69. Brando up 6-1. This is what we call almost butt kicking. Brando, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. 64.
61.
62. Dr. Crane's back on the board again. 6-2. Dr. Crane, how old is Jeremy Renner? By the way, you ever see the movie The Town with him in it, Ben Affleck?
I don't think so.
So good. And quit yawning. Jeremy Renner.
Yawning. Let's see. Jeremy Renner. 66.
47.
55. Brando, John Rich from Big and Rich.
Ooh. 65.
63.
52. Good Lord. Dr. Crane, Rolling Stone magazine founder Jan Winter.
54.
59.
80. Brando, singer-songwriter Marshall Chapman.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know who that is.
Well, then guess an answer.
71.
62.
77. Dr. Crane, actress Erin Graves on Silver Spoons and Buck Rogers.
81.
85.
76. Dr. Brando from CSI Miami, actor David Caruso.
Dr. Brando has a nice ring to it.
It does, but not today.
I'll go with 79.
72.
So 70. It's on the board. 6-3. We got a few more here. Dr. Crane, country singer David Lee Murphy. We love David Lee Murphy.
58.
53.
67. Brando. Rapper Dougie Doug.
50.
47.
56. And that's it. Brando, you win 6-3, buddy.
There you
Proud
go.
of you. Well done. Dr. Crane,
Thank you.
Good job, Brando.
Great stuff,
Proud of you, buddy.
Brando.
Dr. Crane, thank you again, buddy.
Hey, thanks for letting me sit in here.
Good. It was
Jason
a good
McCabe, thank
show.
you very much.
It was a
It
very
lot
good
of
show.
fun.
Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. Look, we're just the appetizer before our real show shows up here next, which is DVD. The guys are here. We'll take you till 6 o'clock today. Hey, listen, thanks for all the interaction. Look, come here. We understand there's a lot of things you can listen to during the day. We so appreciate you guys listening to us from 12 to 3. We love our audience. We love the interaction. You guys are great. And to the guys out there that are struggling, we got our message every single day that we'll send out there. If you're struggling, please reach out to us and talk to us. We need you here. You are so loved. You're doing such a great job. I tell you all the time, there are people out there, when they think about you, they smile. You light up a room when you walk in there, and people think about you all the time in great and amazing ways because you are great and amazing. Find your passion, find your gratitude, ask God for opportunities, and watch him work. Know that we love you, and more importantly, more than anything else in this world, please know that God loves you. DVD's next. Thanks, guys.